Does everyone say hello to the internet people first then?
Excellent idea.
Hey,
Hello,
chummers.
internet people.
Welcome everyone to another session of Shadowrun, Siamese Serpents. So we're cleaning up after completing our job somewhere down near Koh Samui, an island off the southern coast of Thailand. This was a preliminary job, kind of test of our capabilities, but one that had important ramifications nonetheless. One of the reasons why we weren't supposed to kill anyone was that this is not meant to be a headline-inducing episode. And we've done it pretty well. We managed to find some storage for our snake, very simple. We aced our approach by just taking our own submarine tank, and the execution was very satisfactory as well. A combination of stealth and takedown techniques and a few very simple camera tricks, and we were in. There was a Naga that we subdued and a Doberman that we destroyed. Everything went pretty smoothly. And so we are now ready to evacuate. You've gotten some data files from the computer. You've gotten some information from the comlink. Is there anything else you need to do?
Wipe the cameras, I guess.
I thought we took the whole hard drive. Like, I took the whole computer that
Yeah, we did.
the cameras are feeding into,
Alright.
Sounds
and the
accurate.
rug.
I suppose we'll move the guards into places where they won't get like killed or eaten, or just sort of die of like exposure.
I did bring all the guards inside.
But
Yep.
I forgot about that. That's saying it just to make sure we like that doesn't come back later.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's perfect.
I'll make
Alright,
sure
we
that the
took the sex
thermostat is set
spot.
to a comfortable temperature.
Oh yeah, the sex spot. Are you keeping it or are you going to try to sell it?
Gonna try to refurbish and sell it probably.
Mm.
All right.
We should try it out to make sure it works well.
I'm the one that's gotta fix anything you do to it.
Increase its anal cavity and width.
At least
Make it
that would be
smaller.
He's small, so I can touch the sides. All right. If you're going to sell it, you'll probably get about $5,000 for it. They're worth 25 brand new, but most people don't like them secondhand.
It's $5,000.
All right. But poor Shade never gets to date his new girlfriend, unfortunately.
So do you want to try and dig through this PC for files, Neo, or do we want to give it to a professional hacker? to have a
Not my
look at, or
expertise
just
really,
stump
but
it?
I can take a crack at it, get it into a Faraday cage. In the meantime, we'll just leave it offline. Yeah. Suppose Godfather will go over and bug scanner everything we've taken to make sure there's no tags or wireless signals that we've missed.
Yeah, all right. Do some sort of search check.
Electronic warfare, if I'm using a
Perfect.
bug scanner.
That's what we're looking for. Electronic warfare. Thanks for that.
Do you have a tag eraser as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'm sure there'll be tags probably in the gun that I grabbed.
Yeah, there are tags.
Sorry, I'm having to put the macro into Roll20.
I'll take your time.
3 successes.
All right, yeah, 3 successes. You discover several tags. Basically, everything's got one, and so you erase them relatively easily. But there's no other kind of booby traps that you discover. No data bombs. No viruses. Pretty self-contained unit, and it looks like they expected that just by more or less having it offline in physical form was going to be security enough. Um, Perhaps they figured that if anyone came through and stole their computer, they'd already be dead anyway.
Would the snake also have a tracker in it? Because
Alright.
it's a pretty expensive snake.
Potentially, yeah. Yeah, they'd probably put one in there. It might require surgical removing, so a bit of vet work.
Could I just fry it with a tag eraser? It's like a localized EMP designed to kill tags.
Yeah, too easy. So the tag's still in there, can still be physically recovered, but a scan will indicate that there is no such thing.
So if anyone asks if that'll hurt the snake, like it might like explode or something.
It's an EMP. It's harmless.
You'll get more damage from walking past the average node.
Okay, fair enough. You know more about these things than I do.
The rug.
Oh, the rug. Was were you given a price for the rug?
We were not.
We're not. It's a nice big rug. I mean, you could probably sell it for 200 million without trying too hard.
Can I try and bullshit them into making them think it's like a really nice rug and like a really exquisite ancient not ancient antique?
I mean, you can, but you're not selling it to like on the street. You're just giving it a fence for 200, and the
Oh,
fence
okay,
don't
yeah.
give a fuck. so if you
Yeah.
want to go and con someone, that's fine, but you're going to have to find a buyer in the first place instead of just
Yeah.
some dude who takes things off your hands.
Nah, that's too much. Just 200, I guess. That's up to you, Andre. That's your rug. You stole it.
Andre will hand you guys 200 New Year.
All right.
Are you keeping the rug?
Totally keeping the.
Worth 200, that's for sure.
Yeah. It really tied the room together.
That's right. That's right.
All right, marking 200 New Yen rug money.
So leaving the island's no big challenge. We can, if there's still anything that you want to get, that's fine. But leaving the island's no big challenge. You can drive back to Koh Samui. There is a seaplane waiting for you. The seaplane will take you back to Pattaya. There'll be a car waiting to take you back to Bangkok. It's all pretty simple. You've made sure that the snake will be safe. You did your research, and so it should just be a matter of going and collecting what's owed.
Except this is Shadowrun, you never just casually like meet the Johnson for the handoff.
Are we
Yeah.
going to keep the snake
So-
like in a separate so he doesn't try to betray us?
I mean, it's polite not to dick him around too much, but like, you know,
Be on our toes, I guess.
yeah. If there were a moment for him to kill us and then just like, or just stiff us and not pay us, like this would be it.
Mm.
But like, if you're planning on not bringing the snake, then you're planning on not getting paid.
I mean, like
Yeah.
keep it like around the corner. So it's like if he's like, "When I'm not paying you, I never planned to," and open the tube, it's like, "Oh, it's not there." But it's like, "Oh, here's the money." There's like, "Oh, we kept it under the table."
Oh, by the way, we didn't actually bring the snake. Just wait a minute,
It's like
because we
50
totally
it's
didn't
like
trust you.
it's like 12 meters around the corner.
Well, this
Yeah, I'm
isn't
pretty
a
new to this.
this isn't a business built on trust per se, more ethics.
Both approaches are legit, so you'll have to decide which you are using. You
I
going
would
for the
vote
short
that-
deception or not?
I would vote that one or two of us turn up first, just to scope out the situation, and then the rest of the party turns up with the snake once we've made sure everything seems legit.
I've got gecko tips on my drone. We could like just basically attach it to the drone, and it can be, it can have the snake like 100, 200 feet up in the air until we need it.
Yeah, if you want to do that. That seems reasonable. And plus the drone can take off if it needs to, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Cool.
So you get in contact through a fence, through a contact to meet the Johnson, who we'll call Mr. Yellow, so that we don't have to call every single one of them Mr. Johnson. And the meeting will go like this: you'll be on a corner of a road called Soy 16, which intersects with a relatively main road that through the center of Bangkok. And you'll just be waiting there on the street corner. The car is going to come past. The trade will be done. It should all happen in between, the changing of the traffic lights. Capiche?
Well, that's the way it's going. It can't be, and I guess we'll bring the drone idea won't work then.
Why wouldn't it work?
Because I thought red lights take only a few seconds to change. Yeah, but you guys know what you're doing.
Gecko grips are basically just like wirelessly deployed. I don't know exactly how they work, but they become sticky on command. So as long as the PVC is just attached to them, I can sort of release it and drop the tube with a command.
What
I think
was
it's
the...
it's an electro charge. I think that makes them.
Yeah, it's
no, you gotta-
fucking
gotta-
cyberpunk sci-fi
No, no.
bullshit. Like,
You got to peel them off. You got to like peel them.
nah,
No.
Gecko take gloves. Let me just look it up real quick.
Because normally
No,
they have a
it-
special covering that you have to put on them when you're not wanting to use them, so you don't stick to everything.
Yeah, but then you'd have no way to get unstuck from anything.
Yeah, you have to peel them off. You can't pull them off. You peel them off. It's like a technique to it.
While you're looking that up, the drop off. What was the situation with the drop off? How they want to
I
do
think
it?
it's happening at
So-
a traffic light.
Yeah, there's a traffic light, like a main road intersects with a not so. The Johnson or the contact is going to pull up in a vehicle. I'll wind the window down, like you'll just be, hanging around that corner inconspicuously. They'll pull up, wind down the window, give you the cash, you'll give them the snake. That's the idea.
And then obviously they drive away.
Exactly.
Is there probably asking the party at this point? Once we get the word, is there a way that we can make sure that the money's all there before they just drive away with the snake?
We could
It's wireless.
very
It'll be
quickly
like a
swap
cred stick. So, yeah.
Can we check that on the fly?
Yeah, they'll be like, it's a digital readout on them. So, like, basically, you just tap a button and it'll say what the balance is on it.
Yeah, it's like someone giving you a calculator, basically. Like there'll be a number.
Oh, okay, cool. That's all good then. Yeah, just double checking we can make sure we get the money for it. That wouldn't be a far astray to make sure we get the license plate of whatever that car is as well, just in case we need it.
Something I could try is I've got tracker rounds for my drone, in the sense that they have like GPS tags in them. So if he rips us off, I could just have the drone like ping his car or whatever, and we can follow him and get our money.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, Andre, we can scope out that site, have a look around, and see if there's any ambush situations we should look out for.
I'm happy to turn up at that meet like an hour early and pretend to be like a homeless bum sitting on there and just keep a scope on the area beforehand.
Yeah. Andre says as well. Andre will blend in because he looks like a child, and he can sort of go off the radar a bit more. Yeah, sounds like a plan.
All right. Practicing for my street lifestyle I'm about to uptake.
Okay, I finally figured out the whole gecko glove thing. The wireless ability for gecko tape is that it can be temporarily neutralized with a wireless signal, so you can do things like take the gloves on and off, or unstick your hand temporarily from something.
Right.
But normally, yeah, that's always sticky all the time. But with a wireless signal, you can temporarily unsticky them.
There you go. So we can do that then.
Oh, it probably moistens
Kind
them.
of moot at this point, but
Yeah, wets them a little bit or something because they don't work in the water. So anyway, all right. I guess I'll be doing the trade.
You have improved invisibility, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You could just be invisible with the tube, and then when he makes the money, you uninvisible and give him the tube.
Oh, does the tube go invisible with me when I?
If you've got it when you go invisible.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a bit easier than the drone situation. Do you reckon they get a bit nervous not seeing the tube at all?
don't know.
I
mean-
like I said, it's an industry that's not exactly built on trust, so they will expect us to not be just trusting them and be naive idiots, but at the same time, they don't want us to dick them around. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
You got
I
the
guess-
snake. You got the money.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll run the We'll do the improved invisibility. I'll hold the tube. We'll get the drone somewhere that you can shoot them while you're cloaked with the stick and the tag if we need to, and someone else can basically do the introductions for the handoff. Sounds pretty good.
Yep.
Yep.
You'll probably have to drop your invisibility so they can see the snake before they pay us, but
If they show the money that they've got it, yeah, then I'll drop
exactly.
it. Yeah.
And it
Cool.
just drastically cuts down their timing for a double cross.
Yeah, hell, if they've got the money there and they try and make a run for it, at least we can take it. If they're not going to give it.
So quick question: that 5,000 new one you got for the sex bot, did you share that with anyone, Neo?
Yeah, he would have, but I don't think we've fenced it yet.
Yep, cool.
Doing the handoff, and then we'll do the black marketing fencing. Alrighty. Sounds like a plan. Did we lose Arctic? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arctic just DC'd.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, we got a little bit more time to have a chat. So 60,000 should be all up because we have 6 runners. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
Yep.
So 60,000. We've already got the 2,000 straight up for the no kills, so we don't need to worry about that. It should be just a clean 60,000.
Yep.
Okay, that seems like a good plan. I like it. I like it. The drop off point, Gecko gloves, and chameleon suit at the ready. Sweet. My BTC. Okay, I think it's coming back. Yes.
All right. Sounds promising.
That's good.
He returns.
He's just muted. Ricochet, are you gonna be doing the?
All right.
Yeah, so I'll be hanging out on like the corner of an alley or something right near where the drop point's going to be, just sitting on the corner pretending to be a bomb.
All right. Do you have any sort of disguises or acting ability, or are you just going to put some shit on your face and hang around?
I'm gonna dirty myself up and I'll get some fucking rags out of a trash can.
All right. You can make some sort of check. If there's disguise, is that an ability?
Yeah.
All right. So make a disguise check. You are untrained, so you get no a penalty for that. But you're an orc, so you get +2 because orc are scum.
Thanks, Arctic.
Fucking scum.
All right. All right, sweet as.
Have you ever gotten an advantage in a game for racism?
You have now.
Oh shit.
Brilliant.
Woo! Oh no, it did. It just was really slow.
All right. You look like some pathetic, out of weight fighter who thought he was going to come to Bangkok and make it in the big time in the Ramadan Noan Stadium, but you just couldn't cut it.
The
Now
important
you
thing
just
is Arctic is
Yeah.
do I get any donations?
shit no, because like cash is a thing of the past, right? So someone gives you a half-eaten tuna sandwich. A lot of people give you advice. Get a job is the primary piece of advice that you receive.
Just buy a house.
Just buy a house, clean yourself up. You know,
Why don't you just
fucking
stop being poor?
Hang on,
stop
did you
being
say-
poor, dude.
Did
Have
you
you
say
just
someone
tried
gave me a
not
half-eaten
ignoring
tuna sandwich?
They did half-eaten tuna sandwich. Yeah,
Fuck man,
They did.
tuna. That's probably the best meal I've had all week. I eat that.
It's not actually real tuna. It's like it's but it's
Soy
like
tuna.
tuna.
Construct.
Yeah, that's
Ah.
Everything is like, if it's ever not the real thing in Shadowrun, it's soy. So it's soy tuna.
It's soy tuna.
There's also soy bread.
It's tofu tuna. Tuna. It's not a tuna.
It's Tuma brand tuna. All right, so we've got our bum in place. He's ready to rock.
Mm-hmm. Where's my some spells?
All right, Andre has vanished completely. He's hiding somewhere in what are you hiding in an alley? A garbage can? A dog's asshole? Where are you hiding?
I will just kind of hang out by a telephone pole or garbage can somewhere by the corner.
Brilliant. That works just fine. people tend to avoid you. They barely even notice you. You're only a street kid after all. Unless they're going to come and pick you up and kidnap you, they don't give a fuck about street kids.
That would make for a funny situation.
It would. Like, do we want to roll for initiative or not? You know.
Roll
You are
edge.
being-
If you don't get any hits, a pedophile tries to kidnap you.
That's right. You are being approached by a fat man from Buenos Aires. He is looking at you sideways and licking his lips.
He holds a golden cred stick.
He holds a golden cred stick. In his other hand, he
Nah,
holds something
hey.
else.
20 credits. 20 credits.
20 credits is 20 credits, indeed.
Is he a pedo bear shaman?
Pedo bear shaman. I think bears are only into real men, aren't they? Like, isn't that what bears like? I don't know. What I don't know.
Bears like honey.
Bears like honey. That's right. Oh dear. All right. So that's two of us in position. One guy's hanging around like a bad smell. The other guy can't be smelled at all.
So dice pool. Cool. I'm going to be holding the snake in the tube. And then after I'm holding it, I'm going to be once we're close, so I don't have to concentrate. I'm going to be casting improved invisibility on myself.
All right. So what's improved invisibility do?
So improved invisibility just means that not only that people can't see me, that technology can't see me as well.
Right.
The only way I can be detected is hearing, smell, touch, and taste, if it comes to that.
So like
but I'm
he's
still
invisible to like cameras and shit too.
Yeah.
But I'm still visible to astral perception.
Normal invisibility affects the target's minds to make them not notice you. Improved invisibility makes you turn invisible.
Yeah,
It's
everything
still
still gets a save.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, good point. Yeah, it's not like actual invisibility as we know it, but rather it's refraction of light or some other obfuscation technique.
Yeah.
but it
Yeah,
also works.
Sorry.
Like the technology still gets saved. Still got the
The DC,
Or the
yeah.
fuck-
The DC is my the hits rolled. Well, actually, it says that anyone who might be in a position to perceive the subject must first successfully resist the spell. The spellcasting test. Simply make one spellcasting test and use the hits scored as a threshold for anyone that resists at a later point. Even if the spell is resisted, the subject may remain undetected if she's good enough with the sneaking test.
Oh yeah. So like, yeah, even when you have been detected, you still might be able to hide just skill. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's all. I love this game. Like, it's a fucking pain in the ass, and I don't think you could ever learn the rules even if you played it for 10 years. But things like that are the reason why I do like it.
I feel like people who play this like really quickly and accurately, they have literally had a chip embedded into their brain.
Yeah,
A data chip.
Skillsoft
just labeled
Shadowrun.
Shadowrun, yeah.
that's right. Like,
So
Shadowrun probably be the first role-playing game to go automated where the GMs are actually machines, not people, because algorithms would do this just fine.
yeah,
I mean, there's
They'd be
literally a
so good.
table in the back of the book for just rolling up random Shadowrun.
Exactly.
It's like the
Exactly.
Johnson is blank. He hires you to blank from blank. At the end, there's a grand twist in blank.
I like that. Hey, we should run a mission that way one day. Or we should do it already. All right. So, any more preparation? We've got 3 people who know what they're doing.
Do I need to do anything, or do I just need to like chill in the car?
Yeah, I guess who's driving the car and whose car is it?
Who has a car?
An important aspect. I have a boathouse.
I have a civilian vehicle.
That one. Steal one. We
Alright.
can steal one.
Yeah,
Alright.
or we could steal one. Honestly, a stolen car would probably be good for this because
Be better, yeah.
I don't want to burn my vehicle. I mean, I got spoof chips, and let's just steal a car.
I mean, could I mind control someone to basically give them they really take pity on that ugly ass troll that's homeless, so I'll
That's
give
a
him
lot
my
of
car.
pity you're asking for.
Yeah, true. We'll just steal it. Fuck it. Andre was really keen to steal. Let him do his thing.
Alright. Stealing cars is
Honestly, I really don't know what the check is for stealing a car.
well, it requires multiple aspects. That's the thing, you see. Like, you've got to get past the technology, you've got to get past the physical security, you've got to get there in the first place. So I guess we should start with you telling me what sort of car you're going to steal. Most of the vehicles here are kept in car parking lots. Everyone knows what a car parking lot is. Multiple stories of vehicles piled on top of each other. The vast majority of people don't actually own cars. They use automated services. We know them as taxis, but it's a little bit different to taxis. It's just like automated machines that are constantly going around, more in line with Uber than a traditional taxi service. There are other cars as well. However, most people who are rich enough to have cars are also rich enough to have fences to put the cars behind. But if you've ever lived at a share house, you probably know that that share house has one fucking car park for 5 different people. And so it's inevitable that there are cars in the road, even in places where it says no parking. They just pay the fine because it's easier to pay the fine than find a place to park their car. And so these people are probably going to be the most vulnerable. But there are other options if you could think of
I was thinking, I presume Bangkok has like an airport.
them. Absolutely. It's got 2 airports, yeah.
He's gonna try to find the least secure, preferably entirely automated, like airport parking structure. He
Yeah,
can find.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somewhere
they've
you
got a
leave your.
suborbital. They've got a real airport, which is like high tech, and that's the one that you'd probably be familiar with. But there's also a little shitty one that's right in the heart of the city. It used to be the main airport long, long ago. It's this tiny little shitty airport. Like it's almost like a provincial airport, but in the heart of one of the largest cities on the planet. It's so bizarre. But yeah, pretty much fully automated, apart from a couple of incompetents. Most of the flights out of here are either domestic or from cheap carriers anyway.
So yeah, he'll try to find where essentially the long-term parking is for the
Oh yeah,
inner city airport.
yeah, cool. Yeah, no worries. Some of these cars have dust on them.
Yeah, I'll find one that looks modern enough to be interfaceable and first of all, any like
Jackrabbit?
cameras or shit in here.
You
Yeah,
want to get a
Jackrabbit.
Jackrabbit? Brilliant. I just love the name. I'm going to name a car Jackrabbit one day. All right. Yeah, you look for cameras. Naturally, there's cameras. There's also aerial drones. There's also some physical security. The thing with living in a place filled with people that are impoverished is it's often cheaper to use manual labor than automated labor. Who would have thought, right? But anyway, there is. So there's a couple of incompetent people who probably can't speak either Japanese or English walking around. There's cameras, there's drones, there's the sort of security that you would anticipate, but it's all Matrix 1.0 level technology. None of this stuff is SMIC.
Should probably ask is the Jackrabbit wireless?
A wireless Jackrabbit. No, I don't think it would be wireless. No.
Are there any vehicles in the structure that are wireless?
You'd no doubt find some, mostly motorbikes, but you would find like a little, not the Eurocar Westwind, that's too nice, but like not a jackrabbit, but something of
Ford
its
Americar?
class.
Ford
Yeah,
America.
Ford America works. I was going to go with a Toyota Corolla, but a Ford America works.
All right, yeah. He's going to. Should we? How do we get it past the exit booth? Do you think?
I could. I mean, would it be stored on their comlink?
The like whatever do it owes.
I could try lifting somebody's comlink.
I think we just need to hit these guys with a suggestion or something to not pay attention as the car drives off.
Yeah. How many people are we talking?
I think there's
Just the
said there
one in
were
the
like 3 of
booth?
them, or probably just the one in the booth, maybe, provided the other guys don't like come check it out. But I guess there's coming and going traffic here all the time, so
Yeah.
well, not all the time, but enough.
The car is leaving the parking lot. Call the guard.
Yeah. So probably just deal with whoever's letting cars in and out. I presume it's a manual system, like just a booth and like a bar that raises it up and down when a guy presses the button.
Right.
Or is that correct, Arctic? I think we might have lost him.
Rip. It's just so I'm getting the full picture here. We're stealing the car from this place, the whatever it's called, the parking lot. And we've got the car. We're going to drive out, and we need something to prove that we're leaving.
I think
That
most
we own
car
the
parks
car?
like those have like a gate that you can't just leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because to make sure you paid for parking before you leave, we just need to get past that so the car doesn't get reported as stolen immediately.
I was thinking
Right,
it's going to be
okay.
more of an
That's
automated
easy.
system where you just put like 5 credits and it's like, okay, you may pass now.
Yeah, usually it would be, but A, I don't want to pay for this guy's long-term parking, and B, it apparently like people were cheaper.
Oh yeah, no, I could just
Yeah, but I
control
assume
him.
you could hack a system like that. I doubt it's very secure.
Are you back?
Sure am.
Hey,
Okay. What exactly is the system for cars leaving the garage?
Very similar to what you might find in the modern era at an airport. You don't have to use a ticket, but there's an electronic ticket, and it scans you initially, then it scans you when you leave. It's relatively simple. So if you were a passenger, if you were going to pick your car up, you would get off your plane, you would find your car, the car would open because you've got some sort of key, whatever. You would have to give some sort of permission to move the car from the specific car park number 275, and then you would drive through the complex until you got to the exit gate, and you would have to give another ID, and it would exit you. It would tell you how much you owe, and then you're out.
Okay, so there's no there's nobody in person like watching cars go in and out, right?
There are a handful of people, but no, sorry. There is no one watching them go in and out. That's right.
Yeah,
It
it's not
seems
like a
that the humans.
kiosk.
No, there's not. It seems that the human security here is mostly to make sure that, well, I suppose to keep people like you out, right? To make sure that there's no one about to break into the console and steal the car radio or the internal chips or something, and also to prevent snakes from getting up into the engines and hibernating. Yeah, there is no kiosk. No, just an electronic one.
And to like prevent
Okay.
people squatting here and sleeping in.
Bingo. That's
And
exactly what it's there
probably
for.
more of a deterrent than an actual security force.
That's right. That's right. It's not like the guy carries a gun or anything. He's just some old toothless dude who can then call real security. And by real security, I mean Lone Star.
Actually, that's an important question, Arctic. Who holds the security contract for Bangkok? Is it Lone Star?
It's I think there are different ones. It's probably Lone Star East, which has no connection to Lone Star whatsoever, and is a subsidiary of someone else.
The big two in Shadowrun generally are Lone Star and Nighterant, obviously.
Yeah. There's a Wolverine does a lot of the ones over here, but it's a patchwork. As for who does the official stuff, it'd probably be a Japan corporation, so probably Lone Star East. No connection
Yep.
to Lone Star.
But it's not Nighterant. That's good.
It's not Nighterant, at least not all of it's Nighterant. There is so much corporate security in Bangkok that most of the major players are represented at one level or another. But the government contract would go to the Japs.
Yep, cool.
Like a virtual key and parking pass. That's right. It's nothing particularly innovative about it, nor even that secure, to be honest. But
I mean,
yeah.
I could just do a really low force, improved invisibility on the car. Is that work?
But I
'Cause
mean,
then
I assume it's
we-
a physical barrier. Like, how would you?
Because we
get
can't
through?
be scanned.
My plan here is just to hack the car, tell it to drive itself out, and when it gets to the booth, just try to hack the booth and tell it to open
Okay.
up.
Sure.
You know, if something goes wrong, we can respond. But I mean, we're fucking Shadowrunners. We're literally stealing a car.
Whole
Yeah,
Shadowrun
like-
to steal one car.
All right.
Yeah.
So, you still with us, Art?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay. Godfather's going to attempt to hack on the fly the American.
All right. Sure.
Oh, I should probably check real quick. The kiosk on your way out where you would like pay and it raises the bar. Does that have a wireless signal?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Geppetto's gonna try to hack on the fly the car, and let me check what its device rating would. Oh, only has a pilot of 1. I think it has like 2 dice to resist.
Really? Is that all?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a pretty simple system.
2 dice to resist.
It uses edge and gets like 500, and you lose.
How the fuck are people supposed to hang on to their vehicles if like it only takes 2 dice to resist? Like
I mean, like
you
that,
could
I guess.
you could theoretically get past it with an intelligence of 1 and a single rank in computer. That's
Well,
fucking useless.
Wait, so
You also need
if,
a cyber deck, and Ford
Good
America
point.
is a particularly shitty car. Like I was amazed when I saw it had a pilot of 1.
All right.
I mean, sort of, yeah. I guess older cars have shitty pilot.
Plus, most people with their card, probably if they're using it, would subscribe it to their pan, so your pan would protect it.
Yeah.
And if
All
you're
right.
not driving it, theoretically the wireless is off. So
wait, okay. Rats have an intelligence of 1. So if you gave it 1 skill in computer, you could hack that car.
Basically, and the cyber deck. You gotta give it cyber too.
All right. So am I in?
You certainly are. You find yourself inside a car with torn vinyl seats, and it's got a bobblehead of Captain America up on the dashboard.
Yeah, he's going to start the engine and I guess manually pilot it out of the garage.
Yeah, brilliant. You drive it the way it's meant to be driven, but although it never has been driven, you click it out of automatic and put it into manual the very first time. It kind of breaks a bit of a dust seal that's built up over the years.
on the fucking shift.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Exactly on the shift. Yeah, and so you're in manual and you're coming up to the exit ramp. Easy peasy, right?
Yeah,
guy gets
yeah.
us a
He
text
whispers,
message.
"Oh baby, they weren't treating you right, were they?"
It's like the owner gets a text message. We have been alerted that you in manual. This is not right. We know you can't drive.
Yeah.
So now to hack the other thing.
It comes out with a breathalyzer, so you've got to prove that you're not drunk before you can actually drive it.
Yeah, he had a fucking blow and go in his Americar.
Precisely.
Yeah, he'll take it down to the exit thing and put it in neutral, I guess, while he attempts to hack the exit kiosk.
All right, you owe 420 nuyen in parking fees, ma'am, sir.
How about now?
You owe $4.20 in nuyen in parking fees, sir.
You cheapskate, you don't want to do it.
Yeah. I mean, do I just walk up and slot a crit stick in?
So the top like
Yeah, I
how many
guess.
thousands of new?
No, I just like for the sake of it, it's just kind of funny that in like the middle of this dramatic car heist, like I gotta stop, literally get out, walk up to the kiosk, slot in a cred stick, and give it $5. Like in the middle of a heist, like I said, like I gotta use a vending machine or something.
And you probably pulled up too far away from the counter, so you've actually got to
Yeah.
get out of the car. Fuck this, man. Take off the belt. And when you get back into the car puts out its breathalyzer again.
Yeah.
Well, in
Geppetto-
between there's
yeah.
intense hacking scenes.
And like when you're like reminiscing with the other hackers, like how did you get the car? Like I paid the parking, and then they all laugh at you.
Yeah, Godfather will throw a baseball cap and a hood up and some sunglasses to disguise himself as he quietly jogs up and slots a cred into exactly just full on Unabomber. So he slots a cred stick into the fucking exit kiosk.
All right, you get a receipt for 420, and you are ready to go. The gate opens.
Yeah, gets in the Americar and makes his escape.
All right. So yeah, you drive away. You've got the car. A little Captain America's bobblehead is bobbing up and down on the dashboard. What comes next?
Gonna pick up Omen. Fucking Mission Impossible theme as we just quietly steal a car from a shitty, like almost completely unattended parking garage.
This is real shadow running.
This is real shit. This is not like the movies, boys.
So yeah, Godfather will go pick up Omen, and who else should be? I guess Fenway.
I guess if you want me there.
Who rides shotgun? Who's in the front seat?
Me.
All
I call
right.
it.
You know a glove box, of course. You open up the
Yeah.
glove box and you find half a bottle of Jack Daniel's whiskey.
Oh,
Made in soy.
taking that out.
Jealous.
We're driving.
You're driving.
Oh, saving it for later. I'm not gonna drink on the job unless you do. I kind of wave the bottle in his face after I take the cap off. Eh?
He literally like just does not seem to even notice like like he has cyber eyes. If he chooses to, he can literally ignore something right in front of his face.
Okay, I'll put the cap back on, but I'm gonna keep it on me.
Just block someone in real life.
Alright.
Perfect. So we've got the car, we've got the team. Time to do the pickup. So the homeless guy is on the street. Andre's disappeared from the face of the planet. Any other? Do we need to know what Shade's doing, or Omen or Fenway?
Guess I'm just in the car.
Omen, yeah.
I'll
Uh,
ask Fenway while I'm in the front car. I'm like, Fenway, can I please have that the snake?
Okay, I'll hand it off to him. Oh, did you
Nice.
get
Alright.
Godfather to look at your mic, your headphones? You seemed to have an issue with it last time we used them.
Nope, I think it was only when you were talking. It's all right. We'll just
Okay.
not the time for right now. We'll do that with that later. All right, they should be here soon. I'm gonna go invisible now and hold it until we see confirmation of the cred stick. All right. Who's actually talking to them to get confirmation on the cred stick?
one of you two would probably be best doing the talking.
All right. Well,
I mean,
Fenway,
you're
you can do the
invisible, I guess.
talking if you'd like. Have you got?
Yeah, I
Shoot.
guess I'm like behind the passenger seat.
Yeah,
We'll,
in the
we'll
back
be
seat.
getting out to because they'd be stopping at the lights, so we'll be getting out to talk to them. Correct?
No, I thought
No,
we were
I
just
think we're
putting the windows down.
yeah, like we pull up
Oh.
next to each other at the stoplight, and like through our windows, like they hand us the money, we hand them the snake. I think is how it's supposed to go.
Splendid. All right.
That is very dependent on the art of traffic.
That is very. All right.
I mean,
Maybe they'll hack the stoplight.
I
So
assume they hacked the stoplight already. Or we're just gonna drive in like circle
in the
until like we
corner.
get it until it matches.
For the sake of clarification, Arctic, can you relay what the handoff was supposed to be? Because there's some confusion.
Yeah, sure. So the handoff seems pretty simple at the moment, or maybe overly complex. You decide. There is a street called Soy 16. It's a relatively unimportant street, prostitutes and dentists and other important businesses. And it coincides with not quite a highway, but a main drag that goes all the way through the city. We'll call it the main drag. Um, at the corner there, where the lights turn, and the lights go for like 90 seconds in this city. It's so long because the traffic is fucking huge, and they let a huge amount of congestion go one direction, and then a huge amount of congestion go the other direction. In that 90-second period, you'll theoretically be handing over the snake, getting the cred stick, and they should be able to drive off without any further incident. But naturally, you're a little bit edgy over the precision of this particular event. It seems unnecessarily quick and complex, but then again, do you really need more than 90 seconds to make a handover if you know what you're doing?
This is sort of like what I just drew.
Are we supposed to be in a car next to them though, or are we supposed to be standing on the street corner and handing
On
it
the
through?
street corner. Yeah, on
Yeah.
the street corner.
We're
Yeah.
supposed to be here, giving it to
That's
them.
right.
Okay.
Oh, I thought
That's-
we
yeah,
were
that's
like
right.
two cars.
Yeah, it was dumb. We stole a car then. Fuck.
Well, I'm not sure that you
No.
like it was really. I don't think it actually.
I don't think they really
Say
care whether or
I-
not we're in a car.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Like,
He says,
you don't even know what the car looks like, to be honest.
Since we're in a car, we can quickly get away from the area.
I was also thinking we have a car to chase them if we need to. So we have one parked
Yeah.
near the drop off.
Oh, no, this is gridlock.
We
We're
get
not.
the-
There's not going to be a car chase.
Mm.
I could just imagine them screaming out the cars like they handed us the snake, drive off, and there's like the driver just like spots. There's like 15 cars ahead of us.
So
Let's
are we
not
gonna
commit to
just
necessary
dump the snake
here,
through the
Andre.
window and tell them the tube cost extra?
What?
Are we gonna just
Um,
like dump the live snake through the window and tell them the tube cost extra?
I mean, the tube costs so little that I don't think it mattered.
I think it's just extortion because its bite is like narco jet, right?
Yeah. So they open the window, we take the cap off and start pouring the snake in.
Are we getting
Would be
60,000
funny,
for
but
this? We can give them it.
yeah.
Get a
As long as they
reputation
don't
as like the
fuck us.
stingiest Shadowrunners.
I don't want the fucking PVC pipe. Alrighty. We're good.
So what do we have a signal? Like how? Like because just like we don't even know what the car looks like. How,
I'm pretty sure we'll recognize Mr. Yellow.
We'll be standing on the sidewalk waiting for someone to roll down their window, and they're probably a big black car, and they'll be like, "Yo, you got the package." So
It'll be the car with really tinted windows that pulls up when the red light changes at exactly the time of the meet.
yeah.
All right. Are we all set?
Mm-hmm. I'll roll for invisibility now.
So are you casting invisibility on yourself, Omen, or are you going to cast it on someone else so that you can do the talking?
Oh,
I'd
up to you,
recommend you
Fenway.
cast it on Fenway and he holds on to the snake, and then
With animal
like
handling and
once
stuff.
you've
Yeah.
once you've verified presumably you take the cred, hand it to me, I verify it's legit, then you give like Fenway the nod and he produces the snake and you hand it.
Okay.
and would have had the chance to the island? Like how many days? Like would we have gotten our stun damage back?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't have that many stun damage to begin with anyway. I only had a few, and I can still cast this easily. I'm just gonna cast it at a force, probably maybe a force 4 or 5, because it's -1 force to stun. So even if I take the stun, I'll be fine. So yeah, I'll cast it at a force. Oh, these are only fucking Goonies picking it up. I'm just gonna cast it at a force 4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
couple of hours rest is enough to recover the stun damage.
Okay. And like the spirit I had from the island is gone as well, I guess.
yeah, it would have been. Because we were there nighttime. This would presumably be during the day we're doing it, so it would have been sun down, sun up would have come. So he's probably gone. Alrighty, I'll cast superior invisibility on you while you hold the snake.
Yes, you pass it back and then cast it. At one success.
Oh, that's 1d14. No, ignore that. That's a fail roll. 14d6 roll, not that. That's 3 successes. So on a force 4.
That's a lot of
so
ones.
That's not half though.
I'm just saying.
That's only 4 ones
And
and a 14.
I think it's funny that they're all in a row.
Yeah,
Ah.
true. So I'll resist strain. 13. I take 1 stun damage, and you're invisible. Cool. And then I'll get out of the car and go to the meat spot,
All right.
and hopefully Fenway follows because I can't see him now.
Yeah, I'll follow him. Does anything like break the invisibility? Like what would
Nothing can break it unless I drop it, but they can see through it. But I think it's a threshold of 3 if I understand it correctly. But I mean, for all intents and purposes, you're completely invisible unless they taste, smell, touch, or something like that.
I assume if they're tasting me, they've got bigger problems.
Yeah. they'd still need to pass that threshold check, but that's still pretty easy. But we're not too worried about cameras at this point. Just making sure you don't get seen by the thugs until we get confirmation on the money.
Do you need me to follow also? Because I can go invisible too.
Maybe get into like an Overwatch position.
Yeah, someone just somewhere you can have a check out, and
Yeah, just
I feel like
put
having too
yourself
many
up on a
people at
roof.
the corner. Yeah, I feel like having too many people at the corner is gonna spook him or something. I don't know. DC sniper.
That is a good idea, actually.
Oh, what?
I'd need to
DC
modify the
sniper.
car though. He was like a serial shooter in Washington D.C. who hollowed out the back of a car so that he could lie down prone with a sniper rifle with the barrel pointing out the very back of the trunk, so he could
Okay.
snipe someone from like a mile away and then just drive off without anybody seeing him or the rifle.
It's pretty mad, hey?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
ingenious. Yeah.
Yeah, it only
Okay.
took him about 8 days to work it out, though, didn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's
all
because
things
he was.
considered.
Yeah, it's because he had a personal agenda though. Like it was basically he
Oh.
was trying to like murder his wife, but to hide it, he killed like 2 or 3 people first and then killed his wife. But they still managed to trace it back.
Okay, interesting. Wow, that's like
Moral of the story is
commitment.
kill more people.
He was doing
Yeah,
that
he
like
even
in
like
like
he like converted a kid to like help him out and shit. It was really weird.
Oh.
he was just shooting people like it was like in a parking lot, right? Like at a supermarket
He
or gas
he
station.
shot like 8 people in different locations. Like there was a big manhunt for him. Like
Okay. Fucking, yeah, pretty clever.
yeah, there's a picture of what it looked like. He had the trunk closed, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, just that little tiny hole, and he'd like pop shots off of people at like just like gas pumps and shit like that,
Mm.
from like a half a mile away.
Well, I'll
Alright.
just chill in the car and you just give me a holler if you need some extra guns.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't have time to mod the car, so probably just set up on a rooftop or some shit.
Alright. It's going to cost you 5 million to get inside a building, to get the elevator, Spider-Man it. So you happy paying 5 million to, basically use the bathroom, essentially? No big deal, right?
Shade.
Oh yeah, no big deal to me.
I thought he was like, is
Too
it worth
easy.
shooting everyone in the building to get the vantage?
Yeah, he was considering it.
So it's a luxury elevator. It's like a golden tint elevator, and it goes up, and it's basically a public toilet. You're paying 5 million to be able to use the toilet, but there's a lovely view, and you go out onto the suicide balcony where you get a bit of a look over the hazy smoke, rainy city. It's raining today. It rains every fucking day. And but it's not heavy rain, it's just monsoon season, or coming up to it technically. So grey clouds, light rain, puddles everywhere, dirt, mud, people going about their business. It's just a regular day in Bangkok, and it's coming up to 3 o'clock, which is when we are meant to have the meet. All right, everyone in position.
I think so.
I've been in position for 3 hours.
Sure have. A little skinny dog is sniffing around you, trying to see if you've got any food.
I give him the rest of the sandwich.
Ah, he's stoked. He wags his little tail, picks it up, and carries it back to his den. All right. Who was the main contact? Who was getting the electric data? Who them at all? Anyone? Have we
You
had
cut
any
out
contact?
there a little bit.
Oh, did I?
It's like who's the
Have
main
Yeah,
we-
what was the
contact with?
question?
Exactly. Did we have a main contact? Was there someone who comlinking with the fence?
Omen, most likely.
Yeah, I would
or-
have been.
All right,
I guess.
perfect. Omen, you get a picture of a yellow Porsche, open top, and the picture is of the Porsche. You can't see who the passengers or driver are, and there's a very simple message: "We're on our way. Be ready."
Okay. I'll quickly forward that image to the other people's comm links in the team. Marked car, drop off.
Yeah, Godfather's gonna task his drone, which is like 200 feet up and cloaked, by the way, to basically target the car as soon as it sees it and just keep it targeted until I tell it otherwise.
All right. You will spot it before it arrives. They're driving like fucking maniacs, or rather, they're driving like professionals, weaving and dodging through the traffic, which is hard. The place is bumper to bumper. It's a log jam at the best of times, and 3 o'clock is a bad time for a meet. Anyway, zipping in and out, this Porsche seems to defy gravity, and as it moves from lane to lane, managing to get ahead of buses and trucks and buffalo pulled carts. You get a fairly good image of who they are. There are 3 women wearing tank tops. At least 2 of them seem to be pretty heavily cybered up. They all appear to be either of Asian descent or of mixed Asian descent, probably half Thai, something like that.
Oh,
They zip through the traffic, and they can now be seen within our road. It's only a matter of moments before they arrive. Any final preparations?
No, I'm good.
All right. The car zips up, screaming ahead, doing 150 kilometers an hour in gridlock. The brakes grind to a halt, and while the smell of rubber mixes with the smell of rain on hot bitumen, the 3 girls look around for their contact.
I'll saddle up to the car, I guess, and
Follow up behind
think
invisible.
they never. Ladies, I believe we've got a parcel handoff to take care of here.
How did the run go? Asks the woman in the back.
I'll look over towards the back. Without a hitch, of course, as we always will. No deaths, no casualties, and we got everything we got what you asked for, unharmed, alive.
All right. She hands over a pencil case. About 30 centimeters long, vinyl, got a zip over the top. And it feels like it has something that probably weighs about 100, 200 grams within it, like a giant glue stick or something. It's all there, she says, and she reaches for the tube.
He's still invisible at this point with the tube, so she can't see the tube.
Then she's not.
Fenway.
Then she's like not even offering.
She's just showing
you-
it, I guess.
No,
wouldn't
not
mind
even.
if-
She's not showing it. She's not offering it. She's not even talking to you. If there's no one to talk to, she's not going to talk to you.
Yeah. Do you mind if
we
I
have
check?
two mages. Omen's talking to her. Fenway's standing next to him, invisible with the tube. Just to clarify.
Okay, all right, all right.
Yeah.
So, and she doesn't offer the package. Where is it?
Yeah, that's
She
right.
says.
It's right next to me, but I'd like to confirm the cash if you would. You don't have to hand it to me. Just show.
She looks up at the counter. There are 33 seconds left on this red light. There are 30 seconds left on the red light. 27 seconds.
I'll click my fingers and drop the invisibility
Yeah,
spell on
I'll show-
Fenway.
I'll
and he's
show the
holding the
snake.
tube.
She hands up the pencil case. It's all there.
I'll quickly give it a check.
She's waiting for you to hand over the object before she hands over
Should
the
we just hand
pencil
it over then?
case.
Yeah, make the
Yeah,
switch.
okay, we'll make
and
the
I
switch.
nod at Fenway.
All right. She ignores the red light. They just run straight through, zip down the road, and they are away.
So if I
You've got the
cash.
you've got the pencil case in your hand.
Oh, okay.
The snake is gone. It was snatched out by someone with enhanced reactions. It was snatched out by the heavily cybered woman with a bad attitude, and it's the driver gets them away instantly, just weaving through incoming traffic as they cut through a red light.
My
There's
drone
nothing
able to
stopping you
keep
from.
up?
The drone is able to keep up. It's got the advantage of not having traffic, right? So
Yeah,
the
it's
drone
flying.
is exactly. So there is never a point where the drone is more than 100 meters away with the camera, and you're able to stay right on their tail. It's a yellow fucking Porsche with 3 hot girls. It's not hard to follow.
Yeah, he's basically
I'll
going to keep it on it until we've confirmed the payment.
Yeah, I'll confirm the payment as soon as I can. Open it up.
All right. You find 10,000 nuyen there, plus 2,000 for each of the combatants, which I think is 6 of you. Is that right? So 22,000 nuyen is on the cred stick. There is also a couple of maglock keys. The maglock keys appear to all be for the same hotel, a hotel here in Bangkok, not far from where we are. I think we're on Soi 16. There's a
Yes.
hotel over on Soi 19, which intersects with the same main road. So over on Soi 19, there is a hotel. You have 6 maglock keys to that hotel. It's called the Siamese Dream.
They have room numbers on them,
They do. No, do they? No, they probably.
or are they like for
Probably
a
not.
deposit box?
No, they're room keys, but they don't have room numbers. No.
Yep.
No.
Um,
No.
And just, correct me if I'm wrong, but from my memory, it was 10,000 each and 2,000 for no killing.
Yes.
We've been swindled. Unless these.
It was 10,000 each, wasn't it? How did I ever
Yeah.
agree to that? I must have made a mistake when I wrote up the adventure, and it really shouldn't be that high.
Oh, okay.
That would be
Yeah.
a ridiculous
Be
amount of money.
technically correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So this
Okay.
is right. It's 10,000 with 2,000 each. Yeah.
Okay.
So I can see where I wrote that it's 10,000 each, and that's wrong. It was, and so I just read my own wrong information. It's meant to be 10,000 plus 2,000 each bonus. It's only a simple job.
Nice. Cool. Okay. So yeah, I'll put over the comms that all the money's there, and we've also got extras.
We've got a bonus.
We have 6 maglocks for the hotel over a few streets away. No information about them or anything. Head over there now and check it out.
So how does 10K split 6 ways?
Yeah, I
Good
was just thinking
question.
it should have made it 12k.
Yeah.
I think it's 1,066 each. 1,666 each.
Yeah, 1,666.6, but you can't split a credit.
Oh, you can, and you do. No, well, I mean, let's not get into that.
It's a New Year game.
New
How much
Year is
was it each?
specifically designed to be split so that Shadowrunners don't kill each other with fractions.
Well, Andre just
It's-
suggested
it's-
putting 1k each and 4k into like a party fund.
It's more
Yep.
of a rounding error. It's so that the megacorp, 0.66 of a million might not sound a lot, but 750 million times, it all adds up. So, million rounding errors. Anyway, enough of that. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe you could have a party fund. Yeah,
So 1,000 each to the individual. Is that what I'm reading right?
1,000 plus 2,000. Yeah.
Yeah, we each get.
But we already got that 2,000. So
Yeah, we got the 2K up front.
yeah, it's just the
Oh, you
So we
did
1,000.
too,
each
yeah.
get 1,000 now, and 4K goes in the party fund.
Sounds
Yeah.
right. Excellent.
Plus there was an extra 2,000 for each of us, so 3,000 each.
I think,
There
but
was a
as you said, you got the
2,000
2,000 up front. But
We
we
got the
negotiated.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you were saying it was another 2,000.
No,
Right,
this is all my personal errors. Just shit. That's all.
Yeah. So all that was in there was the 10,000 that we got from the job. That was all that was in there, plus
Precisely,
the 6
yeah.
max.
Because
6
I'd
max
forgotten
blocks.
that you'd already, negotiated your forward fee. Yeah. So yeah, you get 1,000 each. You've got a party fund of 4,000. It's not too bad. Most people can live off 1,000 million for a month, and you've got these maglock keys as well to the Siamese tree.
Yeah, I hope there's something good.
Give us a handout real quick for party shit.
Great idea. I'll put it in data. Oh, no
Also,
problem. Yeah.
if you're fine
And
with
that
me, go
job-
ahead and doing it. I'll fence that sex bot too.
Yeah,
Said
cool.
For 5K.
You get 5K immediately. A Korean thick glasses, it takes it off your hands eagerly.
Is it still in its Dolly Parton settings? Is
I
that
guess
where he
that's up
likes
to you to decide.
it?
Still got maximum breastage.
All right, so everybody gets an additional 500 new yen, and 1K goes in the party funds. Or
Cool.
Additional more than what we just added.
yeah,
500.
everybody gets. Yeah,
That should be 2,000 in the party fund, yeah.
yeah. Did my math wrong there. So yeah, 6K in the party fund, and we each just got handed 3,500.
Yep, that seems about right. Okay.
Who's going to track the party fund?
I will
can-
if
I can
nobody
if no
else
one else.
wants to.
Yeah.
You want to flip for it?
Oh, I don't care if you want to do it. You can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm neurotic about Shadowrun stats, so I don't mind.
Yeah, no, all good.
Sounds good. Makes sense that the robot should do it.
Precisely.
So we got 6K.
I have a
in
logic of 8. I think I know how to do a treasury.
Accounting, yeah. I do my own taxes. I pay no taxes.
Yeah, I do my own taxes, or rather, I don't do my own taxes.
I imagine that you've kept the receipt from the airport. And you want to
Yeah, he's gonna write it all.
You're gonna claim that on tax as a work fee?
Yeah, he gave Ricochet a cred stick while he was bumming, and wrote it off as a donation.
Philanthropy.
Yeah, good, because I need more money. That did not pay as well as I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I apologize for that. Yeah,
That's alright.
it must have seemed
No.
like too much though to extract a snake.
That's probably why we all was all expecting
going
an
around
ambush.
2 countries, risking a diplomatic incident, like I don't know.
To be honest, that's why I was really concerned about setting up and planning a lot, because I'm like, wow, this is
Right.
actually a pretty big job. Like, we're getting a lot of money for this.
Yeah,
And I mean, we were assaulting a private island, basically.
Mm.
And
So I thought there was going to be a lot more.
And it's a job that took a month, so.
Yeah, had the
Look at that,
security
that
been
took
more
3 days.
robust, like they'd had better equipment, maybe like a competent node and some astral security, that payment probably would have made more sense. Like up front, that payment probably made sense, but after the fact, like this payment's fine for what the job was.
Yeah, it's fine, except that it's not even enough to meet my expenses.
gonna have to.
Yeah, it's. I
cut
mean,
down.
month's not over.
And also, like, most of the expense, you still have the equipment you bought, don't you?
Yeah.
I have other expenses.
Oh, okay.
House. Living.
Well, you don't just have like a shitty boathouse.
No, I have other expenses that are compulsory.
Are you a gambling addict?
That's not compulsory. That is a bad decision making.
There's other
I mean,
compulsory.
arguably.
But I do owe people money.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. At this point.
Andre will raise it.
Oh,
I'm in deep to the triads.
I'm suddenly feel a bit
Again?
more.
No, it was the X last time. It's the triads because this is Bangkok.
So just
Good.
pay off your debt to one gang by taking out a loan with a different gang.
That I see no flaws with that strategy.
You just
And
keep doing a
do
round
that
robin.
until you run out of gangs, and then there's going to be a war. Like, who's going to get the
Yeah,
money?
Over who owns my debt.
So generally, when
But
you
it-
borrow
no.
money, there's
It's like,
an
we're
instant
here to break your
50%
kneecaps. Okay, get in line, pal.
No, that's
Hire-
fine. You start out small, 5K, one game. Then the very next month, borrow 5K from the next game, pay off first one, and eventually
Yeah,
your credit will be so good that you hit up all 6 at once. Blow.
but
This
problem
sounds
is
like the
usually when you borrow
opposite of a
money in that-
pyramid scheme.
When you
and
borrow
that's
money in
kinda-
that kind of situation, it generally has an instant 50% markup, and that pretty quickly hits the point that ain't no one gonna lend you that much money.
What if we just
Key
borrow a bunch
window.
of money
Get
and
down.
use part of it to hire some Shadowrunners to kill the guys we borrowed money from?
Andre is not good at a lot of shit. Stabbing people is one of them.
Alright. Are we gonna go check out these hotels or
Wait,
like what's the
Yeah,
deal?
I guess so.
do we get our edge back? Like, when does that
I
come?
think I do it per session.
one.
That's our
Yeah, you get one edge back.
Okay.
All right. So the Siamese Dream is in the middle of the heart, the black heart of Thailand, of Bangkok. It's a rundown hotel that was probably built in the 20th century. It's several stories high, probably about 10 stories high, maybe has about 300 rooms, something like that. Pretty much one of those self contained hotels where you don't ever actually have to leave if you don't want to, except so that you can go and enjoy the nightlife. And by enjoying the nightlife, that means going outside and finding a prostitute, then going back to your hotel. It's a pretty simple cycle and relatively
I phone for my prostitutes.
even better. Like you've got the Matrix to just order them on a service that's not unlike Tinder or Grinder, if you prefer.
Except it's
Um,
always yes.
It's always yes. We always swipe right. So yeah, it's a rundown place. Must be 80 years old if it's a day. It has a gym, but none of the equipment in the gym works. It has a pool, but the pool hasn't been cleaned and it is green. It has a buffet breakfast, a continental breakfast, which consists of actual bread rolls and a variety of soy products that pretend that they might be bacon or eggs or milk. So it's everything that you could want, everything that you could need. Um, and apparently, your maglock key gives you a month accommodation here in this 3-star medium lifestyle dwelling.
I mean, not going to complain.
I look over at Ricochet. Seems like you've got a little bit of financing secured now, don't you?
Well, I don't know if I like living somewhere that's paid for by someone else. That means they know where we live and what we're doing.
Hmm. Also true.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think I'm staying here. I already rent a garage and I kind of need that for my work.
You think we might have left a message
Andre.
like within our rooms?
But who am I to look a gift horse in the mouth? I'll stay here for a month.
Nah, I'll head back to the brothel I live above.
So what's Mr. Johnson's interest in getting us months hostel at a shitty 3-star?
I thought this is better than my place.
You want me to sublet it for you? RJ?
Medium lifestyle expensive, right?
Yeah, it's like $5K a month.
So I'm asking you to sublet it for 4. Like posted 4.
You get an
Like
offer for 3.
Yeah, I'll
I
give
will.
you this.
I'll counter offer 35.
You counter
take
offer
3.
5. Apparently, there is someone else, and they take theirs instead.
So do, like,
You're sniffing each other already. This is over hotel rooms. This is not a good sign for the future.
does this come with like free breakfast in the morning?
Yeah, that's right. It
Yeah.
comes with actual bread rolls and soy, various flavors of soy. Yeah.
Fenway's getting places. Like he's basically ready to retire. Like he's got like 5,000 euros.
Perfect. This is 3-star living. You know, like this is how the middle class live. You are a colonial master of with your 3-star bread roll
I'll have
and
2
soda.
bread rolls for breakfast, like some sort of rich person.
Indeed, it comes with butter and jam. You don't have to choose between
You
one
don't
or
have
the
to
other.
choose. I mean, I don't see what
Yeah.
the other guys are complaining about. The maglock doesn't work most of the time. You have to scan it like 15 times, but you can get through the door.
Exactly. So your bedroom consists of a queen size bed. There's a desk with a desk lamp. There's a matrix connection, and the matrix connection is actually very good. It has hot water. Damn it, like actual hot water. Um, what's not to love? I mean, granted, you do have to go through camera security every time you walk through the front door and use the elevator and go down the hall and have your breakfast. But that's a small price to pay, right?
I think the idea is that Shadowrunners thought like this is too much of a price to pay, but like, it's good for a short time. So I guess.
Yeah, it's good for amateur Shadowrunners who don't know better. That's absolutely right. And so you've got a month accommodation here. I guess you're going to kick back while everyone else pretty much tries to take advantage of the situation.
Yeah, can I start trading my rat?
Training a rat, absolutely.
I'll train
Absolutely.
it to do companion stuff.
Brilliant. Rats aren't excellent at that sort of thing, but they're not terrible either. Intelligent, not necessarily obedient, but they have very simple and human motivations. They like to eat, they like to fuck, they like to sleep. That's the majority of it. They also like drugs. So you can get your rat hooked on drugs if you want to. It's probably less inclined to work though, but who knows? The rat.
Getting hooked and never going.
On the street to like Germans and Swedes who
Things I don't.
That's
Like,
the
you
one.
keep mentioning like drug things, and since I know nothing about Shadowrun, I don't even know what any of it does.
um, or if we're taking a little bit of downtime, can Geppetto work on basically overriding that Ford AmeriCar's ownership to register him as the owner?
I don't think drugs are too healthy for rats.
Probably not. All right, so the Ford America is probably valued at about 3,500 million. It's not in particularly good condition, but you now have a registered licensed vehicle. Um, the registration process in Thailand is very lax, and if you've ever been to a place like the German states or the Confederate American states, things are so stringent down there that you've got to have a fucking license for everything. Over here, it's
Not
like
in the
30 years.
CAS.
Yeah,
The CAS is the South.
that's what I'm talking
Like
about.
the only
Yeah,
country where drones can carry deadly firearms legally.
but they've got to have a permit, don't they?
They do not. Not
They
in the
do not.
CAS. It is
But
fucking Dixieland. Like they're all about guns and like fuck the government and all that shit. The
probably, yeah,
UCAS is
yeah,
like
probably
more of a
exactly
normal
the wrong.
government.
Yeah, probably exactly the wrong example to use. But in any case, Bangkok is very lax, and so with a month, you're more than able to rig up some kind of license that seems to be legit for a pretty simple car. All
It
right,
was less. He was trying to hack the car itself so that it would register him as the owner.
easy as. Though the America has a poor security and the government scanners are of poor quality. It all adds up to easy obfuscation.
Okay. Yeah, never mind. That'll be it for now. Thanks.
All right. So we've got a month in Bangkok then. Apparently, there's more work for us. The real job is coming up. You've got some vague idea of what it is. You have heard that you're going to be going into the jungle to deal with insurgency. If any of you have ever watched the news, you'll see that the Khmer Rouge is something that appears on the news in the same way as, we might hear about the Medellin cartel or the Russian mafia or some other criminal organization in some foreign country, almost an exotic motif to it. So too have you all heard about the Khmer Rouge. Historically, they were a bunch of communists who tried to return the clock back to year one. They wanted to recreate a pre-industrial utopia, and in the modern era, they seem to have pretty similar motivations. They are an army of peasant insurgents who they have all the usual communist gripes. They believe that the corporations have bled the planet dry. They believe that that the white man has enslaved the yellow and the black man, and they just generally believe that if they can get enough guns and overthrow the government, then their life is going to be better. Pretty simple, common communist objectives. But the Khmer Rouge have a particularly bloody approach to things. Um, when they take villages and they massacre all of the adults and they only have the babies left, they don't worry about wasting bullets by shooting the babies. They dash their heads against stones. They don't have a great economy, and so they can't afford to use ammunition, and they find more creative means, choking people to death instead of executing them with the bullet, for example. So they are a brutal insurgency. They have taken over the vast majority of the country of Cambodia and the jungles that border it into Vietnam and Thailand. Um, and we haven't been told that we're going in there to stop them, but we can probably guess by now. The mega corporations aren't likely to be hiring us to support a peasant revolution that drives the United Nations out of this sector of the world. So, putting two and two together, you know what's coming up. You've got a month to kill. Is there anything that you want to do, or you just hope time goes by as fast as it can?
Godfather will ask Ullman's assistance in sourcing a piece of equipment for his vehicle.
Yeah.
I missed like about 90% of that because I was my internet's kind of shit, so I've jumped onto my mobile. Seems like I missed some important shit.
We got told about the Khmer Rouge.
All right, cool. I'll go back and listen to it on the recording after the session, so we don't hold things up now.
It's not
Okay.
important. We're spending a month in Bangkok, and we're getting ready for that time. If you want to pass it, you can. If there's anything you want to do.
Teaching
need
animals
work,
tricks
so
is
I'll
a
take
lot
any
of
work I can
effort.
get.
Like, I didn't realize. There's a lot of steps to it.
All right. So, well, what was his? Ricochet needs work.
I mean, obviously, we're not going to get any shadow runs in that time, but I'll take just fucking bodyguard work.
You're going to work for the man. What it's called?
Well, probably not so much for the man, not by not wanting to, just probably because they won't fucking have any jobs that they want me to do. If I can get work as a bouncer, if I need to, something like that.
I might have a connection for you if you want.
Real quick, by the way, Arctic, did we get karma for that job?
You have. I'm glad you asked because I haven't dished it out yet. You get 1 karma for each session that we've played, which I think is 2 so far, and you get 3 karma for the job for a total of 5.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice.
You go out looking for work, Ricochet, and you're able to get some shit jobs that pay 50 million a night for you to just throw drunken tourists out that get too handsy with the dancing girls. Is that good enough?
Anything's better than nothing.
All right.
I could have a talk if you want, or if you even ask or say what you're doing. I'm going to offer. He has a few connections in clubs. He might be able to get you a job somewhere if you want. Something maybe better. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you have an idea of something better, I can wait a bar where even if the wage is the same, I might get some tips or something. Not that I'm likely to get many tips.
Yeah, go ahead. So you'll have to make a connection and loyalty roll. So add those stats together to the contact that you're referring to, and roll the dice.
Yeah. Where is my chummer? There it is. So sorry, how do I do the roll?
Connection and loyalty. Add them together and roll that.
Okay. So, 2 successes.
All right, so you are able to help him out. The pay is going to be 70 million a night instead of 50. It's a slightly swankier bar, but
It's sort of a brothel as well, because I went to my fixer who owns the brothel.
Yeah, no worries. Well, it's not the brothel that he'll be protecting. It's a dancing club. But he has contacts that he can hook him up for. No, I don't think it would, unless the pack is like £1.
Okay.
In which case, yeah, I suppose so. So yeah, 70 million a night you'll get paid to be a bouncer, but you need to supply your own suit. Suits are about 200 million. Is Ricochet there? He's muted.
Yes, he is.
All right. If you can hear us, Ricochet, or you're on mute.
No, I'm here. Sorry, I was
Okay.
just dealing with my daughter for a second.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I think actually, just let me check my gear list. I think I have a good set of clothes already.
Brilliant.
If not, I'll buy a suit.
All right. Okay, cool. So you've got a job. You're only in that job for about 10 days. So you earn 700 million. And after the 10th day, you get a real job offer. They've seen you throw out some big bastards. They've seen that you can hold your own against a group of English dickheads that came over to celebrate the football. And they offer you a job, an appearance at Ramdamnoan Stadium, the Thai kickboxing stadium. If you'd like to participate in a mixed martial arts contest, they can give you 1,000 a night, free medical. Or if you're not looking to do anything in the spotlight, then they can give you 500 a night, but there's no medical, so don't get hurt.
I will take up their offer. Can I have an appearance as a not spotlight first? One, so I can check out what the place is like, and two, so people can see who I am, and then have a spotlight match later on. That gives them a bit of a marketing opportunity if they want.
Yeah, but they're not connected.
Yep.
Exactly. So
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, so one is a public event and it's held in a public place. The newspapers come along, those sort of things. The other is illegal street fighting. It doesn't pay as well. There's no medical, but it attracts people like you who don't necessarily want to have their picture in the paper.
All right, I'll go with the $1,000 a night one.
All right, brilliant. Okay, cool. Come up with a name, an identity, and you are basically a sports entertainment.
I'm assuming I'm going up against someone who's already got a name for themselves.
Exactly. You will be going up against a troll, and yeah, exactly, a Mexican troll named Mysterio.
All right.
All
And
right,
it's mixed martial arts, right?
that's right. It's mixed martial arts. All right. So we'll go with someone else for a while. You need to get some explosive, Andre?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have some kind of user? You're just going to buy them off the street, which is possible.
I have one contact. 3-3.
All right. Explosives are relatively easy to get, so you can have an extra 2 dice on top of the 3-3 for a total of 8 dice.
I think this is where I'm going to hide. I'm currently in a giant slide. It starts on the top of the playground. It goes all the way down to the first story.
All right. So you're able to find the explosive that you're looking for, but they're not particularly well made. They're like not exactly homemade. They're just Thailand made. They use in not quite perfect chemical compositions, and worse, they're stored in less than safe packaging. All that it means is that you can get your explosives at a discount rate of 10% off. They're even cheap, but they are much more likely to glitch. They are bombs
I
with
swear to
gremlins.
God. You bring faulty explosives into my van, I will fucking kill you. I swear to God.
I don't. I mean, the danger.
10% discount.
Discount.
That's enough. Pass.
Oh well. You're going to have to rely on someone else to find you bombs.
I could try to find you bombs. I need to buy animal training equipment anyway.
How are those things related?
I mean, we both need to go shopping.
Oh, okay.
Andre, roll a D30. 1D30. All right. So while you're shopping, Andre, um, do you ever what do you eat for lunch? If you've got 15 million to spend on lunch, what do you spend it on? That sounds like a lot of money, right? Maybe 5 million?
He'd probably steal something from a vendor.
Perfect. All right. So you go into this sector of vendors. Like there's a whole bunch of vending machines in like a little arcade, a vending arcade. Not a supermarket, not even a 7-Eleven, just a building where you go in and there's 20 different vending machines for you to grab your stuff and then get out again. While you're getting a packet of soy crisps or some other cheese puffs, some other nutrition-free lunch, this white guy with bleary eyes, grey hair, and 5 o'clock shadow, wearing a corporate suit, comes up to the same vending machine as you and coughing all over you. He wipes his nose on his sleeve, and then you're just being covered in his germs. You stab him in the knee. All right. He is not anticipating it, so he has only 2 dice to defend.
What's a modifier called shot like that?
-3, maybe?
We have handy rules tables. I think it's a -4.
All right. Thank you. Would someone like
Cold
to look
shot
it up?
is -4. That's right.
Awesome. -4.
Whoa, hold on. That's way too dice.
That's a lot of dice.
And that's too many. Way too many.
Look at all them dice, my God.
Did you like?
Do you have edge
Sometimes-
enabled?
I think sometimes with a modifier, like it keeps a 0 in, so maybe you roll like 300 dice.
Yeah,
How many
pick
dice
what,
did you roll with?
All right. He's
you can pick what
wearing that auctioneer armored clothing. Does anyone know the armor on that by any chance?
Let me check
I
real
think
quick.
it's 8 or 9.
Is it that high? God.
Actioneer
it's
business
pretty
clothes.
good.
Yeah, like aligned coat is like 9 as well.
Yeah, it has an armor rating of 8. Yeah, it's a bulletproof
incredible.
business suit. Yeah,
All right. So
I mean it's also a 1,500 new yen business suit. So
you maybe steal it off him.
He's at -3 armor.
All right.
But that's the damage, right?
Yeah. So you got 3 net successes. So take the damage, add 3, and then he will get 4 dice to resist if your armor piercing's 4.
So it's 10 P.
Plus body.
Oh, plus body, right? Okay, so what's the armor piercing on the blade?
-3.
-3. So he gets 5 for his armor, and his body is 2. He is also sick. Would that mean he loses body?
That sounds like
Probably
a DM
gets a-
call.
Damage resistance test.
yeah.
Right. Okay, so he has 5 and 2 for a total of 7 dice.
He is. There are the conditions: disorientation and nausea too.
Ah, okay, cool.
4 successes.
All right. To resist how much damage?
10.
Nasty. I think you've like chopped his leg off, basically. He-
Popped
If
off
you
the
did a
kneecap.
cold shot, you can add 2 to the damage.
oh fuck!
That's 12.
You like
So-
put your blade behind his kneecap and just popped it out.
So this corporate wage slave comes up to he coughs all over you, and you remove his patella surgically with your blade. What happens next? While he screams in fucking abject horror at receiving a life-crippling wound when he was trying to get lunch.
Was he using a cred stick to pay for that lunch?
He was.
I will
Take
take that cred stick.
All right,
walk
the crit
away.
stick. It has D300 Nuyen on it.
I really wanted to be like 2 so they couldn't even afford lunch.
Do you only take the cred stick, or do you like go through his pockets?
It's I think after ripping off the cap, probably just pick up the cred stick and leave.
That's fair enough. There are a couple of people who are watching you. There are several vending machines all in the same room. Do you execute the witnesses?
No, I just look at them real hard.
One of them pulls out a gun but doesn't point it to you. Like a little street light special.
Still have that knife, like.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna ask.
Say it again.
Is he confrontational?
No, he's sort of like he's reached in and grabbed his street line special.
I think I have to make a composure test.
All right.
Okay, I should be good. I walk out.
Brilliant. All right. You're out in the middle of the street. There are some people looking down at your way. There is a man screaming behind you. That's probably what they're looking at. But nobody asks you anything. Nobody asks you any questions. Nobody stops you.
I'm going to disappear in the crowd.
All right. Corporate security turns up pretty soon after, but you are invisible by then.
And I'll munch on my krill chip.
Tasty.
Godfather will ask Omen's help in sourcing a sun cell that he can integrate into his truck.
Yeah.
Like a solar power?
Yeah, basically.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Environmentally conscious Shadowrunner?
Yeah, or cheap and doesn't like stopping every couple hours to refuel the Mr. Fusion. Yeah, it's should be like very easy to acquire. It's availability 6, not restricted or forbidden.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you find like there's this Italian guy who's down on the street corner, and he's got a contract to sell them for Wuxing Corporation, and yeah, so it's incredible. Like you go outside and you know how I presume in America you go to a shopping center and there'll be random dudes trying to push things onto you like Oxfam charities and t-shirt sales and this sort of junk. Well, they've got that, but they're not actually in the supermarket. They're just out in the street. So you're just walking down the street, maybe trying to get a burger, and this guy comes up to you, "Hey, would you like to buy some solar panels for your vehicle?"
Yes, I would.
Roll a D1D30.
And it's just like, this is like the one time someone's actually responded, so the guy has no idea what to say next.
He's like, "Shit, are you for real, man?" All right. Okay. You're about to make the transaction at the market price. You can just buy it at the handbook price. You're about to make the transaction when suddenly your comlink gets I guess a red alert, an important message. You also notice that the red alert comes up on his comlink and any other comlink that you're monitoring. If you're monitoring the party's comlinks, everyone gets a red alert.
We'll
People
check it,
stopping
I guess.
people stopping the street over there, like next door to you, they get the red alert. The shop, it seems like everyone in Bangkok has got the government. The government has an important announcement to make.
The coronavirus.
The coronavirus is here. The government is putting out a public notice condemning hackers, people who have hacked into the Royal Data Service. And they also blame Renraku, a major corporation that are responsible for telecommunications. They blame Renraku for failing to safeguard the data of all Thai nationals and all Thai visitors. There has been a data breach. Some hackers have hacked into Renraku's files, and Renraku was supposed to keep our data safe, but they didn't. Unfortunately, all visas, all ID cards, all licenses are now invalid. They must be regained at the expense of the individuals. Please contact your nearest government agency and reapply for all of your licenses because your licenses, your visas, your ID cards are all invalid. Please, you will be required to pay your own expense to get your licenses renewed. Thank you, everybody, for cooperating with your government.
Well, that's 10 grand down the shitter.
A big oof.
My ID was burnt already.
Gonna pretend I had an ID.
Give me just a second. My computer's freaking out, but I guess Godfather will finish the transaction and retreat to his garage with his fucking solar panels.
All right, so as you're retreating to your garage, like, you would inevitably have to go through certain checkpoints. It's just inevitable. You might have to, you can probably hack your way through them with ease, but it's inevitable. You discover a real silver lining to this data breach. It's that because the licenses aren't working, they also aren't being accepted. So on one hand, the traffic is fucking nuts because nobody can get anywhere because all the facial recognition software isn't working. Your license doesn't say that you can be here, but I work here, you dickhead. You saw me yesterday. Oh, I suppose so,
Yeah.
sir. And all identification is now invalid. Basically, everyone has gone grid. Everyone.
So now I have a
This is-
perfectly
this
valid
is
reason for
actually
not
kind of
having
great
an
for us.
ID or license.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is great for us now.
Mm.
I mean, like, 'cause every security guard now has like the choice. Like, do I just stop everyone going into the building, or do I let everyone into the building?
Precisely.
Well, not only that, but you're carrying firearms. Oh yeah, it was what?
All right.
All right. So that's good. You've gotten your solar panels. You're able to install them. I'm sure that's going to be easy.
Yeah, let me see what kind of extended test it'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'll
get
figure that out. You can.
tools
Somebody
for,
else can do it. I'll do it.
Perfect.
Yeah, can I get tools for training small animals?
Yeah, absolutely. So roll a d30 as you seek to train your rat.
24.
All right. The data breaches are in all visas are invalid. Yeah.
Oh, we got another
no
data
change.
breach.
Exactly. The hackers are at it.
Just imagine being like that one guy who, between my data breach and the last data breach, who got his licenses back. It's like, sorry, do it.
If you have changed your licenses within the past 36 hours, and you please present your receipt to the local government agency, and you will be given credit. Fuck! You hear someone shoot a gun.
It was like, They do it all. My character like touches like one of the computers, like another data breach. God damn it.
Brilliant.
So like, how many credits is animal training tools? Like,
How much do you want to spend? Like, yeah, 100?
yeah, sure. I mean, I just got a lot of
Sure.
money.
Your price for that in the book.
Oh, do they?
Excuse me.
Of course, they've got rates for that in the
Yeah.
book.
It's,
Like,
training kit, 250 million.
Okay.
there we go. All right.
Yeah, why wouldn't there? Why wouldn't that be priced? There's a skill for it.
Is it just for? Is this all animals or just small animals?
All animals. It's in Howling Shadow, so I think it works for anything from golden retriever to fucking cyber panther.
I mean, I have a rat. I figured out. Just going through the steps to make sure for like actual animals I might want to train in the future. That's why I'm doing it for the rat now. Just to make sure I understand how it works. So, because the rat has one logic, I can teach it one trick, right?
Yeah, Tim, you're going to need to go push to talk. Like, we feedback through your mic, Tim. Thanks for that. Cool. I didn't hear the question. Sorry.
I think because it has one logic, I can teach it one trick, right?
Sounds right. Yeah.
And its difficulty is 3, unless you decide like there's other factors like that would make it easier or harder.
We'll go with the standard difficulty.
I must assert my dominance over the rat.
All right.
It's a animal handling plus charisma opposed by the critter's willpower.
What color is your rat? White, black, or brown?
I have grey. Can it be grey?
It can be grey.
Okay, it's grey. It has 1 willpower.
All right. So I guess it gets 1 dice to resist, right?
What? I mean, I guess watch it win anyway.
All right.
I am the best.
You have mastered rat handling. You have given. What trick do you teach your rat?
I will teach it companion. It's a set of tricks that make it a useful companion, like examples of sit, stay, heal, don't poop in the house.
Sure. All right.
It
So
takes so it takes 2 weeks, and it's an extended animal training test.
Okay, cool. Your rat has the basic training ability of a, which is to say that it might come when it's called, but then again, the motherfucker might not.
I mean, it's good enough for now.
Yeah, that's good enough for now. Your rat, see, the rat understands you. Is another question. Anyway, what's your rat's name?
It's Claw.
Who?
Claw.
Claw. Excellent.
Yes. Cool name.
Dr. Claw. All right, brilliant. Shade. Are you going to do anything during your downtime? Haven't heard from Shade for a while.
What? I'm sorry?
Are you going to do anything during your month's downtime here in Bangkok?
Am I able to take a hit job from a gang?
Sure. You go looking for some sort of hit job. You don't find anything in the vein of murder, but you do find that there are 2 quick jobs going that your fixers are able to hook you up with. One is an extraction. Basically, you've got there's a scientist, right? And the scientist works for one company, and we want to take him and make him work for another company. So you can think of it as a kidnapping, but we don't. We call it an extraction. So there's an extraction. there is also a smuggling job. So those are the two options on the table.
I shall do the kidnapping.
All right. So this sounds like a bit of a team job. Relatively simple, relatively quick. This is the job. There is a scientist. That scientist is imprisoned by an evil mega corporation. They want you to, when the scientist is going between facilities, because they basically been locked inside a laboratory at all times working, they are going to take him from point A to point B in a helicopter. They want you to extract him from the helicopter and bring him to us. They're willing to pay 5,000 Nuyen. Would you like to take the job?
Sure.
All right. Would you like to tell the rest of the party about the job?
Yeah. I'll tell the rest of the party if they would like to join.
What's
Yeah.
the job?
It's a kidnapping job. Scientist. He's going to be taking a helicopter. We're supposed to be, stopping it somehow. And I'm sure with your hacking skills, Godfather, you can figure out a way to stop that.
Well, if they're flying in a helicopter, decent chance I can just take control of the helicopter and fly the hostage off with it.
And what would you do with the pilots?
I can snipe the
Let-
pilots.
Yeah, snipe the pilots or just put a jammer on it maybe. Well, no, it wouldn't if it was wireless. Yeah, we could put a jammer on it to just block all their communications. Fly it somewhere remote, touch it down, and deal with the pilots, take the hostage.
Sounds easy enough to me.
Fence it, leave it, burn it. I don't know.
Might be hard to fence a whole helicopter. Probably just burn it.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right. So there's not a lot of detail, but I'll give you a little bit more, and you can ask further questions if you want. You will be delivering the package, the extraction. You'll be taking it to a facility run by the mega corporation Evo. It's not quite that simple. They don't just go out and tell you it's Evo, but you're able to backtrack the information and discover that this is a subsidiary of Evo. Evo are responsible for a lot of cutting edge meta technology. And that's where you'll be delivering them to. You're going to be taking them to a transhumanist laboratory, a place where they work on genetic engineering, cyber engineering, revolutionary magical discoveries, those sort of things. A research and development facility that owned by a subsidiary of one of the largest corporations in the world. The extraction itself doesn't sound particularly easy, but neither does it sound like it's outside your capabilities. There is you are taking it from an As Technology building. Again, it's not actually As Technology; it's subsidiary, but you're able to track that down. You take it from an as technology building, which is a high rise, like 60 fucking stories tall, and it is going to another as technology building, another high rise, 45 stories tall. These are huge, towering, glittering structures. They're several kilometers apart from each other. You basically have to cross one side of the CBD to the other, and Bangkok's CBD is enormous, the size of Manhattan. So that's what you that's the helicopter starts here at one massive high rise. It takes off from the helicopter pad, flies across the city about 5 kilometers, which is a pretty long way in the sky. Doesn't sound like a long way, but you'd probably have to drive about 20 kilometers on the road to get 5 kilometers by air. And then deposits in another towering, glittering skyscraper on the other side of the CBD. So it's not necessarily easy, but probably not outside your capability. So, are there any further questions?
Yeah, what was the pay?
5,000.
Hardly worth the tranquilizer. But whatever, I've done worse things for shittier money.
How easy would it be to get to the helicopter?
It depends on how creative you are. Like, are you skydiving in? Are you taking an elevator?
If I could,
I could maybe summon a wind spirit to fly Andre up there, or something. Yeah.
I mean, I think we have the option of just hacking the helicopter, putting a drone with a jammer underneath it, and flying it to a location of our choosing with them stuck inside, unable to do anything about it. Yeah, if they have a mage or something inside, there's a possibility, but we have 2 mages on hand. We ought to be able to fight fire with fire on that account.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's scout out a location near the city that we can get to quickly and is isolated enough to land a helicopter and perform our witnesses.
Right, what are you thinking? The top of a skyscraper? Because there ain't many helicopters. Not a lot of public parks.
What about like outside the city?
City's massive. So potentially,
big
but it's
suburbs and shit, yeah.
Yeah, it like sprawls for 100 kilometers in all directions. It's a fucking big city. It's a mega city.
Andre's asking about that junkyard. You killed that guard in?
Yeah, junkyard would be big enough, yeah.
All right. Maybe Andre and Shade and Ricochet that go there, clear it out, make sure it's a secure landing site while Godfather Omen and Fenway handle the helicopter.
Sounds good.
If you need to do anything, just ask, I guess.
I'm fine with that.
So how do you subdue or enter the junkyard? How do you take it over, rather? You're going to land a helicopter there. That's going to cause a bit of a kerfuffle. How do you prevent said kerfuffle?
What time are we doing this?
Well, I guess you won't know, and your contact might not know either. It's not like when you're doing a secret extraction, you have a lot of time to plan ahead, So you'll probably be given the job, and you've got 10 minutes to get it done.
Don't you think
gotta be
hitting
brave.
everyone in the building would be like bring too much attention to us?
Remember they're going to the junkyard. Is that what you mean? Yeah, it's the barons. It means the killing everyone in the junkyard and the barons, not in the tower.
Yeah, well, killed.
Yeah, I meant like the junkyard, because isn't that killing that one guard bring like some heat down?
Yeah, just like knock out whoever's there and fucking, you know, keep it clear as we land the helicopter.
That wasn't even there. All right, so it sounds like we have a plan. We half the team is going to try to find a way to jack the helicopter, then pilot it into a relatively secluded, I mean, I wouldn't call it secluded, but run-down part of the city. And there's a junkyard there, a relatively large landing area, certainly big enough for a small helicopter, there's no doubt about that. And we will probably have murdered everyone who works at that location before we get there, so as to make sure that we get a clean getaway. Is that the plan?
Well, I don't think we need to murder them.
Oh, is that not a detail that we want to go through with? Maybe we shouldn't let Andre decide then.
I mean, we could just opt them out.
Is there like who's like the head of the junkyard? Is there a way to, I guess, bribe or force him to make people, the workers or whoever's in that area, to leave?
Short answer is potentially.
I mean, we're landing a helicopter in the junkyard. That's going to be worth a fair bit of cash to the guy operating the new junkyard. So I reckon just offer him the
Or we
helicopter.
could just say you can keep it if you just don't bother us.
We can bribe him with 50,000 folds to his butthole.
I was gonna bribe him with a gun in his mouth and say, "Hey, you get to keep a helicopter if you just tell all the workers to leave." But
So the beautiful thing about Shadowrun is these are all valid. Like, any of these could work.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bribe him, threaten him, bribe him while threatening him.
Put a fucking electric cable up his ass.
Corporate's
guess-
gonna come looking for that. Hello, you don't want them talking.
well, we can destroy the trackers, can't we? Suppose they'll know where we landed.
Which is why I think we let the junkyard guy deal with it. Don't tell him to send everyone home. Tell him to have his entire crew there, ready to dismantle the helicopter.
No helicopter there. It's just a scrapyard.
Yeah. And a hell of a lot of spare parts for him that are probably worth a bit of money.
And can't we go and disguise it? He doesn't even know, like, so he can't even give good information if the corporations get to him.
Yeah, I mean, everybody should be like, if you don't have a mask by this point, Godfather has just handed you a ski mask. Like, for God's sakes, man, what are you doing?
Should we have a mage on each side though, or
Just in case there's spell activity in this a helicopter,
tower?
or yeah, like
yeah,
I think we
right.
got a pretty good team split. Like the muscle guys are securing the landing zone because what are the odds there's a fucking mage there?
Yeah.
While the hacker / vehicle guy and the two mages actually extract it.
Yeah.
I'm not asking, like, I
Okay.
should probably know this. I probably know this in game. But, like, if two mages are in the ethereal plane, can they talk to each other?
Yes.
Okay, and mages in the ethereal plane talk to spirits.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Yeah, you can command your spirits to do things in the ethereal plane if because they're dual natured creatures.
Yeah, but like if there's like one sitting outside a building, like told to like guard it or something, you can like talk to that
Like
one.
a free spirit or something, yeah.
Yeah, of that too.
Or even not a free spirit, even a bound one. Yeah, you can interact with it.
Okay, so
All right. If the plan is ready, is it?
I
Do we
think
have
so.
agreement? Okay. Okay, cool. Perfect. So the job is given. It's given at 2:14 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. They say the subject is being extracted, expected to be in the air within 20 minutes. They give you the details of the building it's going from, the building it's going to, although you already knew that information. It's relatively close to the Soi 16, the Soi 7, or etc. This is the heart of Bangkok, and so a lot of the action happens in around the CBD. Is there anything that you need to know? Okay, you got your area jammer, jam it into your roto drone. She's ready to go.
What's the play here, Godfather?
It's a helicopter, so I should be able to just wirelessly hack it and lock them out of the controls, essentially.
Okay.
And just fly it to the junkyard. I'm gonna put the drone under it, following it with the area jammer to silence all communications in and out.
Okay. And we're doing this from a car somewhere in the street below.
Yeah, we're just gonna follow along like underneath them. I can let the truck autopilot handle that.
Okay. I'll be astral.
Yeah, you two
Just
astral up
perceiving.
and make sure,
Yeah.
everything's kosher inside the helicopter.
All right. So make an astral perception check or a sensing check, maybe both. If you can do the same as well, Fenway, if you are there, but I think or is it only Omen?
I think I'm with
Both.
them.
We're both there. Yeah.
So is it?
Right.
Are these
So
like the two groups then?
Are you both astrally projecting or just
That
Omen?
makes sense, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
So perception, or is it a
I think
difference?
that is the two teams. Yeah. Good call. Yeah, that's a nice drawing. Yeah, a sensing or astral perception or both.
That's my a sensing check.
Yeah.
I just have normal perception. Don't think I have a sensing.
Then you can't do it.
Okay then.
Okay, it'll just be a unskilled roll.
Yeah.
The
Trying to make
attribute
it
is
be like
Intuition.
magic. Is intuition? Is it right? Yeah, cool. All right. So the pair of you try to make sense of what's going on here, and one thing is clear: is that they have a spirit. There is an air spirit that is holding in standby. There's no sign of a mage. The mage that is controlling the spirit may be absent, or maybe you simply can't detect them. Viewing the world through the astral from such height is pretty incredible because there's only a handful of life forms, the security guards basically, that are on top of this skyscraper, and also the passengers that fly by in helicopter taxis. Because the skies of Bangkok, particularly at night, are quite busy. Wealthy people, trying to get to their dates and to their homes and to their important meetings, etc. So up here high in the sky, there's still a fair bit of activity going on, not much, but there are air taxis moving around. 4 security guards, each with automatic weapons. Some of them are submachine guns, some of them assault rifles. A helicopter. The helicopter only looks like it's big enough for 4 people at maximum. Probably better off with 2 people, but it's big enough for 4. Only a pretty small fucking little helicopter, I think they're called. jacket wasps or something like that. Yellow jackets, I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Wasp is like a security copter.
Right, yeah. So I think that's what it is. In any case, it's a small helicopter. So much like what radio stations might give the traffic report, if that happens, if you're familiar with that. Anyway, little tiny helicopter. All right. There is no mage, but there is a spirit. Within a sensing of 2, you'd probably be able to detect that it's an air spirit.
Mhm.
Air
Okay.
elemental.
I'll leave Fenway to be watching it. I'm gonna jump out of projecting, and I'm gonna summon a. All spirits can just be at that like sort of altitude, can't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
absolutely.
They move omnidirectionally.
As long as they don't go outside the atmosphere because of the biosphere, which is the same thing.
Oh, how high up is that?
50 kilometers.
50 kilometers. Okay, it'll
I
be an
think we're
extended
good.
service, but that's fine.
Yeah, we're about what?
I don't think the
300
helicopter.
meters.
I don't think the helicopter's 50 kilometers up.
Shit, no, it's not it's not a suborbital helicopter. No way.
Mm.
Transorbital.
I think at some altitude, like rotors just stop working.
Oh fucking oath. Yeah.
No, we
I
knew.
hadn't thought of the science, but you'd be absolutely right.
No,
Like,
we
there
knew this
wouldn't be
guy
enough
when we lived in Cape. Like
pressure.
he went on a helicopter trip. Or these 2 people, we knew of them, and they flew up
Mm.
into a volcano to have a look, and they couldn't get back out.
Oh,
Yeah, they did. They crashed. I think both of them
Yeah,
died.
it's
yeah.
Apaches have a 1,000-meter ceiling.
Yeah. 60 stories is probably about 300 meters up, but I'm just guessing. It might not be that high. It might only be 200. Yeah, it's probably closer to 200 actually. 60 stories. 3 meters a story. All right.
Yeah, I guess for now I'll leave it in case. But if it starts to come towards us, I'll summon something.
All right. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It seems to be on standby. The spirit is basically hanging around the helicopter. The helicopter doesn't have a pilot that you can see, but the rotor blades start up nonetheless.
So we know which vehicle the target's in, right?
Yeah, we know we know the building that they're going to leave from and they're going to go to, and there's only one on that building. So
Okay.
unless this is some sort of elaborate ruse, then yeah, we do.
Okay. So yeah, spirits just watching the platform, presumably.
Yeah.
So yeah, once the target vehicle leaves from the building, Godfather's gonna send his drone to essentially skim like right beneath it, and follow along with it.
All right. We don't have any physical eyes on the target yet, though, do we? You've got your drone hanging back until because your drone doesn't want to be seen until the takeoff, right? You're not getting
Well,
right up in their faces.
it's cloaked.
Oh, it's cloaked. Okay, cool. So in that case, is your drone getting eyes on the scene?
It should be, yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, no worries. That'll be fine. So instead of just having our spirit eyes, which are pretty bad for detecting detail, we'll have our electronic eyes, and hopefully that'll pick up some more information than it otherwise would. In fact, make a perception check with your drone.
It's electronic warfare if you
Because it's
use a
nighttime, so there's
sensor
no
array.
smog. Sorry.
It's electronic warfare instead of perception if you're using a sensor array.
Perfect. There's no interference, no haze. I think maybe it's Groovy that's having issues, or I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, let me roll the drone stealth real quick, and I think the chameleon cloak is like a -6 to anything trying to see.
Perfect.
And 2 successes.
The security around here is predictably quite tight, as you might expect for a research and development facility for one of the Mega 10. But even though it is tight, there's like not hundreds, I won't exaggerate. There are several roto drones in the air providing surveillance. You're pretty sure that your one manages to remain undetected. At least you don't get tagged or registered on the matrix. There's no indication that any of the security drones have seen you. All right, so you're in position. You've got a great vantage point. There's perfect clarity. You can make a perception check to pick up some details.
Be 4 successes.
Perfect. For now, there's nothing to tell that I haven't said. Am I cutting out or not?
No.
A little bit, but you're getting like 95%.
Okay, cool. That's groovy is cutting out for me, and it always throws me. Okay, so the details that you pop out are basically explained. There are 4 guards here. Each of the guards has a weapon. Some of them are semi-automatics, assault submachine guns. Some of them are assault rifles. There is a central elevator chamber through which the target will presumably rise. They will then get onto the helicopter, which has already started. There doesn't appear to be any pilots, but no, wait. There is a crew. The crew is coming. The crew.
Oh, you just cut there. The crew or what?
I think he's gone.
No.
And that was
What
all
about
that
the crew?
crew-
I need
that's
to
all
know
that
about the
she wrote?
crew.
Oops. Click the button. See, I'm just gonna
I'm gonna
keep an eye on that spirit, make sure it doesn't do anything once we start our operation. And if it does, I'll summon a fire spirit, just kill it.
That's gonna start the clock.
Sorry.
That is going to start the clock.
Yeah, the
I'm
spirit's
only gonna do
watching.
it if it attacks it.
Yeah, the
us.
spirit's watching
Yes.
the platform, not the vehicle. We just wait till the vehicle leaves
It's
and
gone.
then deal with it.
Yeah.
Basically, we're gonna hijack it mid-flight.
Yeah.
Wait, I've got. With the animal, I think I failed the check. To be honest, because I'm such a good Shadowrunner. Because I rolled a 2 success, and you need a net 3 on the extended test to succeed. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
It's
we
an
were saying
extended test. You
extended
can
test.
roll once.
Excuse me.
The way
You can roll
extended
multiple
tests work is there's an overall threshold and a certain amount of time each test takes,
It takes 2
and you
weeks.
keep rolling the test. So yeah, 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks you get to roll again and add your hits to working towards the threshold.
I'm such a good Shadowrunner. I can't teach a rat how to sit.
Yet. In 2 weeks, maybe as long as you get one more hit on the test, you will successfully teach a rat to sit.
It's pretty
But-
fucking amazing, to be honest.
Every you take 1 dice off.
Two escorts. One has a pistol. One has a carbine. The extraction target has manacles. The extraction target wears a white lab coat. The extraction target is a 200-kilogram furry ape-like creature.
Okay, yeah. Just gonna wait until the target's loaded onto the vehicle. the vehicle leaves the building and gets a significant distance away with my rotodrone following.
Excellent.
Or,
It's about 1 kilometer away of a 5-kilometer journey, and you have the target in sight. Your visuals are good enough that you're able to see that the target is not, the extraction target doesn't seem to be compliant. I mean, it's wearing manacles, but it's also trying to give the escorts who aren't piloting the vehicle, it's piloting itself, trying to give the escorts trouble, just trying to make things inconvenient for them. The spirit, the air spirit, is escorting the helicopter. So it has come along. It seems that its service is to be an escort.
that's
Who else is
unfortunate.
surprised?
All right, Omen, get ready to neutralize the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it, and Godfather will activate the area jammer on his rotodrone and attempt to hack the vehicle.
Could we not like banish the spirit?
You
Way
could,
better. It's way better to
yeah,
just.
if you have the skill, yeah.
No. Banish is really hard.
I'm pretty sure bad things happen if I let you kill spirit.
I don't have banishing. Do you have banishing?
I do have banishing.
Alright,
Not-
let's
not
hope
very
it's not
good.
a high force. Do you
Yeah,
have
banishing is
this-
basically reverse summoning, if I remember correctly. Like it's the same sort of test, and if you win, the spirit fucks off.
Hmm.
Okay, so I guess if the banishing fails, you have a certain. So I assume it will notice that.
You will be basically taking away services owed.
Yeah. I mean, if you fail, I'm still gonna summon something to fight it and keep it
Okay.
occupied so it doesn't kill us. But
You can attempt
we're
multiple
rolling
banishings.
initiative first, though.
Oh yeah, and we use astral, don't we? Like what initiative do we use?
If you're astrally projecting, you use astral initiative.
Okay.
Can I summon an astral?
Yes.
Then yeah, it'd still be astral.
Oh, I didn't have my token selected.
But it means all drain will be physical.
Yes. So I wouldn't summon when I'll do it normal.
But I'd
I
have
mean,
to
you
banish
could've-
from the
You could
astral
have
line.
summoned the spirit before we even start and just have him hanging around.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but we've already rolled initiative now, so
Well, were you ready? You've had this has not been, this shouldn't be a surprise to you. You were told
no.
that there was going to be 20 minutes before the dude. Were you ready or not?
Yeah, that's what.
All right.
Because when I said before, I think you might have cut out. I was saying like if it comes to it, I'm going to summon the fire spirit to attack it.
Excellent. So yeah, like we're still in sort of learning the play the game mode. So that's perfectly fine. But Shadowrun is very important to do your preparations. Like I try to give you as much time as you need, and I try to make sure, okay, are you ready? Have you got your shit together? So make sure that you've got your fire spirit summoned. So go ahead and do that now. The fire spirit will make its resistances and all that sort of thing. Yeah. So anyway, let's do it. What force spirit are you summoning?
I don't know what force it is. I'll do.
Yeah, because of your sensing score, you only got 2.
Yeah.
You don't know the force.
I'll do force 4. 4 should be fine, and it'll
All
come
right.
out as a 5.
So it has 4 dice to resist.
5.
As
Or 5
5?
dice.
Because it's
5,
because
'cause
it's
it's
yeah,
Because of
okay.
his special
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. So is that 3
that's
services?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, because I've succeeded 3 times. It's past 3, so I get 6. I get 3.
That magic cheat sheet has service uses, by the way.
Cool. Alrighty. And then I've got to resist. Is it 5 drain? I believe.
6.
Well, I summoned a 4.
I think. No. Drains based on how many hits it gets on its test. So we've got 3 hits.
So I had to resist 3. Okay. Spells. Roll. And I take no. Okay. And then, so I'll have to roll initiative. There we go.
Cool. All right, this is good. So, starting with the Mage Geek, you will already know, just visually, if through nothing else, that the helicopter is flying itself. There, the guy with the pistols is at the controls to the helicopter, but he's not using them.
This is the drone's turn, so technically,
Good point.
it just uses its action to keep up with the helicopter with the area jammer going. So the second it turns on, everything that's not a device I have takes I think 6 points of noise, which
Okay, cool.
should cripple most devices.
It should, like even here in the heart of the city where the signal is perfect, it's the signal is still only 5. So losing 6 off 5 is pretty bad.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be its turn.
Cool. All right, Omen. So you're ready to go.
Cool. And Godfather hasn't taken control yet because it's.
Not my turn yet.
Yeah.
But he gives you the signal that he's like, okay, all systems go, or whatever the password is. Game is on. The play begins.
Okay. I'll send my fire spirit to basically try and distract and tango with the air spirit that they have until Fenway can banish it.
All right. So
Yeah.
does that mean that they're just fighting, basically?
Yeah. Actually, no. Yeah. There isn't time to screw around. My command to the fire spirit, go kill the air spirit above us.
Sure.
Hopefully, because I can't keep commanding it once it's fighting. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So I presume you've got the spirit page open, right?
It's. I was looking. It's.
It could be a
When
pain in
you
the
say
ass,
spirit
right?
page,
Like
when you say
there's a
Page 303.
perfect page 303. Thank you. This is a Force 3 air spirit, so your Force 5 fire spirit will certainly have a big edge on it. Let's work out how to do this.
Was it Neo? Was that the base book?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Core Rulebook 303
Core rulebook.
has both fire and air spirit stats on it.
You'll want
I've
that
got that in
page.
my-
You'll be using that page a lot.
I've
Yeah.
got that in my spirit for dummies. That's all right.
Yeah, good. Okay, so my Force 3 air spirit and your Force 5 fire spirit. What are the stats that we're going to need?
Astral combat, probably.
I guess.
I mean, if you tell two spirits to duke it out, that's probably how they do it. I just don't know how
Yeah.
astral combat works.
It would be unarmed combat.
It is
with
unarmed
their
combat, isn't it?
Force
Yeah.
plus agility.
Cool. Force plus agility. That's what I thought it would be. So that's good. So your
That's for fighting in the physical plane. If they're fighting on the astral, it'll be astral combat.
it is astral combat, is it? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And is the skill, the attributes are still going to be the same though, right? Like spirits usually have a very simple baseline of stats.
I think they use physical stats in the physical and mental stats in the astral.
But they're the same stats usually, aren't they? Like the stats are equal to their force.
No,
No,
it
they're
depends on the spirit
depending
type.
on
With
what
spirits
kind
of
of
fire, it's like, body's force +1, agility's force
Yeah.
+2, reactions force +3.
All right, cool.
So spirits of air have body -2, and like body spirits of fire have body +1, force +1, and then body is force -2 on the spirit of air.
Okay, cool. So you're just going to have to tell me as we go through. Mine's a
Yep.
force 3, so just keep that in mind. So begin your attacks. Agility plus astral combat, or no, mental plus astral combat, which would be intuition, I guess. Intuition and astral combat.
So
Yeah.
I think agility translates to logic.
Does it? Okay.
okay, so logic. So how would you? What's
Intuition,
astral combat for a
reaction.
spirit?
Yeah.
Or is it my astral combat
Equal
or
to its force.
equal to its force? Okay, so it's its force plus logic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
force
its
plus
force
its logic.
plus its logic. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
so
it'll
that would
be for damage. It'll be strength or its force plus its charisma.
okay. Well, so
Or
then
its
the spirit
charisma
of
is
fire
strength.
force is a
Yeah.
5. 5. Logic is force as well, so that'd be 10d6 to hit.
Yep.
And the force 3 air spirits dodge.
The reaction plus intuition, which translates to intuition squared or intuition times 2.
So
So
6. Yep.
So
Cool.
yeah, 6. 1 success.
Smashes it. So 4 net successes. Was it charisma times 2 was the damage? Is that what we said?
it'll be
It'll be charisma plus
charisma
net
plus
successes.
I think.
So charisma is for a spirit of fire is just the force plus
4 net successes.
so it'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 and roll 96.
And it only has 1 dice to resist.
No,
Body negative 2.
I think do they have armor equal to their? Oh no, that's only for physical attacks. Never mind.
Spirits of air body have force -2.
Alright, so I guess it's just body then. Fail. 9 damage.
Oh, was that a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
What's the 96 for?
Is that the damage? Do I roll damage or?
No,
It's a
no.
straight number.
okay.
Lucky for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only you'd be bad.
Exactly, that would be bad. So it's full 9 damage. I expect that that's going to destroy a body negative 2 spirit. Like, it probably only has 7 boxes of health. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Anyone can confirm or deny that? Okay, cool. The spirit has been destroyed. The guards are none the wiser. There's nothing that has gone wrong with their vehicle so far. So they're just going to make a perception check to make sure that there's nothing going wrong.
And for me, like if we get the next time we gain karma, I get 1 less karma, right?
That's correct.
Oof. I didn't actually think I'd kill it in 1 hit. So
All right. So they're none the wiser. They certainly can't see this near invisible drone that's just skidding around. Godfather, things are going swimmingly.
Of note, if they have like earpieces or any kind
Yeah.
of radios or anything like that, they would suddenly stop working with like screeching like.
Or you see them pull their earpieces out. The one with the carbine throws his earpiece out and starts like trying to work out why his tech isn't working. The guy with the pistol has much different reaction. He goes straight for the controls of the helicopter and checks that autopilot is still working. Is it?
Well, let me check.
Plummets out of the sky and crashes.
Depending on this vehicle's pilot rating, average
2.
is about 3, and
Yeah.
so it would be pilot times 2 to resist.
Yeah, not much chance. You've taken over.
All right, he's going to lock out manual controls.
He's
and,
going for the fucking manual controls, man. And you can see him. He's trying to call in Mayday. Like, it doesn't take them long to work out that something's gone wrong, but panic mode lasts more than an instant, right? So these guys are currently panicking.
Godfather's gonna ping Omen and Fenway and say, do something about the guards, would you? As he changes the vehicle's course towards the junkyard.
Brilliant. And the vehicle flies off at roughly 200 kilometers an hour through the night sky towards its new location.
Okay, yeah. Omen, Godfather just asked us to deal with like the panicking guards before we get to the landing zone.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess I will come out of the astral, and then I will attempt a summoning.
It's not your go yet.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we're still in the initiative.
Cool. All right. So Shade, you get the transmission, kind of electronic telecommunication that comes through to your comm link telling you that we've got control of the vehicle. Are there any preparations that you want to make here at the junkyard for the arrival of the target?
I'm just getting ready for the helicopter to land. I got my assault rifle out. I have flashbangs loaded up in the grenade launcher compartment, and I'm just making sure the area is clear.
Speaking about this junkyard, actually, we never actually specified how we're securing. What's the plan? What did we do? I guess the plan's already been acted by now. What did we do to secure the junkyard?
We went in and how many people are in the office when we go in there?
There's only one person in the office, and there's probably 3 or 4, you can't tell, people working, and they're out in the yard.
So Andre will take out a big wad of corpse scrape, and he will say that he has some stuff he wants to look at in the yard.
Yeah, just a second, I'll get someone to be your escort. And he's going to call in like a dude to show you around. All good?
And when he gets out there, he's gonna
Mm.
kind of direct them to move different stuff that he wants to, quote, look at over here until he has a nice big circle that he thinks a helicopter will land in.
Perfect. The guy gets the shits after moving the 3rd or 4th thing, but you've got the money, and he's actually got nothing better to do anyway. You create your little helicopter clearing.
And then I'll use, I don't know. We'll sit down and wait. I'll start bullshitting him.
Make a negotiation check or some sort of
Con.
negotiation. Yeah, con works well. Con's better.
I will, but probably just gonna hit him with a stun baton then.
It's like the guy like raises an eyebrow and just like, nah, fuck this diplomacy shit.
Look, I have a certain set of skills. Talking for very long is not one of them. But out of respect for all you guys, I won't just stick him and bleed him out. Again, seems like way too many dice.
Gotta get your ass some crime gloves. Those are the ones with they're the stun gloves with the knuckle dusters built into them.
I will edge that. To hit him with a stun baton.
Did you get 6 successes on that first roll?
That first roll is still, I don't know what it is with the sheet, but when I click on the actual weapon, there's something messed up with that.
With the macro.
Yeah, so it adds like way too much crap.
Yeah, try turning edge on and off, but other than that, I got no idea.
Well, no, if you look, it's not the edge, but we lost him.
Oh, that's a good time to ask Neo.
Yeah, it's not edge. It's just adding in a die pool modifier, like a huge die pool modifier.
Just check your die pool modifier that it's not like on the number, because it should ask you like how much you want to add to it.
Who knows what a exotic ranged weapon skill is?
Are you looking for your
for a-
spirit?
For a spirit, yeah.
It's
If-
force.
It's force? Okay.
It's force plus agility.
Yeah, okay, good to know. I can...
That's
that
only
is.
for their elemental. If they haven't their elemental ranged attack.
Yeah.
What
If you're
about
trying to talk
Shadowrun?
Arctic, you're muted. Muted.
He needs to do something.
Yeah, sorry, I'm back now. I just took advantage of the disconnect to go and do something, but I'm back now. So you are stunning someone, apparently.
Yep.
The dude who helped clear the landing pad.
Yep.
He's stunned. He falls. He might have had a mild heart attack, so he might actually die from this. But it won't be your fault, right?
Look, if he had been tougher, he wouldn't have had a heart attack.
I mean, the guy's had diabetes for 10 years. He should have known that this was going to happen sooner or later.
In that case, I'm doing him a favor. This could be the wake up he needed.
Really, you're a good Samaritan.
I just try to help.
This will give him his wife time to move on and find someone while she's still in her 30s.
Yeah, I mean, like, it would have been us or the next, like, soy whopper this fucker ate that dropped him, so, like, you know.
All right. Okay, look, I think that we don't... Oh, I suppose we should stay in the initiative.
Well, I mean, I don't know what Shade's going to do, but otherwise I'm going to call for help and repeat this 3 or 4 more times.
Perfect. So Shade, what are you doing here? You've got your flashbangs ready. You've got the weapons ready. You're just like waiting for the bird to land, right? Yep, I think Shade's just in position.
Yeah, I'm just in position, and I'll also be invisible.
Okay, cool. No worries. Ain't no one going to detect you. So we finally get back to the initiative tracker and Fenway. You were pulling out of the astral?
Yeah, because I need to summon a spirit. So we need to deal with the people in the...
Alright.
How does that work?
Well, it'll take you out of this initiative pass anyway, so it'll just drop you out for now. We go now back to Mage Geeker's second turn. Is there anything that the drone wants to do?
I think it'll just steady on.
It's all good. Nothing wrong.
Yep.
Omen, you have a second pass if there's anything that you wish to do in the astral, but your spirit has already destroyed its adversary.
Okay. I'll go up to it in the sky, and I'll then command it as its I think it's its second use of 1 second favor. I'll tell it to go cast Noxious Breath on the 2 guards in the helicopter.
Oh yeah, all right.
It's because it's Air Force 5. It has an optional power. The Noxious Breath. I've already read up on it, so I know how to do it. It extends in a cone out from my body meters and can catch up to 2 targets within 1 meter of each other. So hopefully the 2 guards are within that range.
They have no choice.
I was at no, because my magic's 6, it'd be 600 meters. How high was that helicopter above us?
200 meters, and it's already travelled basically travelled a kilometre before we jumped it.
Oh, okay. Then no, I'll have to summon a new one.
All right. So that puts you out of the initiative, basically. Leaving only Godfather with anything to... I suppose the pilots have got something to do. One grabs the manual controls, discovers that there is no manual controls. The other one just panics. Godfather.
For the record, I think summoning a spirit is only like a complex action or something. Binding a spirit takes hours, but summoning one up is like something you can do in mid-combat.
Yeah, you can do it mid-combat.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just dropping out so I don't die from summoning a spirit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have the best track record with summoning spirits, do I?
I
No.
trust you.
With the second track, when it comes around the second time, do you get all of your actions back?
Yes.
Right. So I could have
Except
summoned
movement.
another. Yeah, I could have summoned another spirit.
Except you can only have 1 unbound spirit, I think, can't you?
But that first spirit's already gone because it did that first service outside that 1 kilometer, unless it wasn't in that 1 kilometer distance
600
when it
meters.
killed that first. Well, 600 meters.
We didn't act until a kilometre out, so...
So, yeah,
Well,
that one's
the spirit was
already gone.
following the thing, wasn't it? So when the spirit jumped the other spirit, it would have been following, like, right behind the aircraft, wasn't it? Because it was escorting it.
Yeah, that's right. But like, we didn't launch until a kilometre. Like that. Well, I was waiting. I was saying, when do we start? We started a kilometre away, so that was when we started.
Yeah, which is over 600. So that spirit's gone. So I can summon a new one now in the second run.
That's right.
Cool. Then I'll do that, and all I need is a Force 3. So I'm gonna summon at Force 2.
Okay.
Which will make it a Force 3, and it's gonna be another Force of another Spirit of Fire. Looking
right.
D6. 5. Only 2 successes.
It only resisted with 1, so 1 net success, a single service.
And resist 2 drain.
Roll 13 D6. 5 successes on that. I don't take any. The middle is down. And lost the 8. And is giving a command a complex action, is it? So I have to wait till the next run.
Yeah, that's correct. That's exactly right. Yep. So you're really picking it up now. That's good. So Godfather, we'll do your action, and then we'll clear the slate.
Yeah, if the guards inside have been magically neutralized, he's just gonna keep control of the system, make sure it's not broadcasting, and send it to the rendezvous.
All right. For the moment, the guards are still active, but they are about to be neutralized, and you just stay in control of the vehicle. So, what does the fire spirit is going to do? A gas attack? Is that what it's planned to do?
Yeah, it has a power, no, critter power called Noxious Breath, and
Yep,
basically it's a breath attack. It's speed immediate, powers the critter's magic. Its effect is stun damage and causes nausea. Armor is useless. And it's a toxin and drug sort of thing, and it can hit both of them in the same time. And it basically just goes inside and it'll just breathe in them.
Yeah, they've got nothing to stop against it. They've got no defenses, and so even if it
Respirators
doesn't,
will help.
they don't have any respirators, so they're fucked.
Okay.
Yeah, the helicopter's not high enough to require respirators. They're only operating at a taxi level of 200 meters. As I said, it's the top of a freaking building. It's not like when you step out on the balcony of your high rise, you have to grab your gas mask. It's just not like that. So your fire spirit knocks these things out easily enough. Fenway, do you have any sort of assistance that you want to provide, or are you happy with the way things are going?
Are all the guards already out?
There's only 2 guards, and it doesn't happen immediately, but the fire spirit is going to breathe on them enough that it's going to put them out. It might take 6 seconds, it might take 60, but it's inevitable.
Yeah, they do become nauseous though, so they just start violently vomiting all over the inside of the helicopter.
I mean, I'm not sure. I think he's got it.
So is the monkey, isn't it?
It only targets 2 targets technically.
Yeah, the monkey just has to deal with the spew.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's 4. I could target the other 2 with like a similar attack, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
want, there's only 2 guards inside the helicopter.
Oh, there's
but you
2
could
guards
definitely-
and the monkey.
That's right, 2
Yeah,
guards and the monkey.
And then the 2 pilots, the 2 guards.
No, there was no pilot. It was running on autopilot, but one of the guards has grabbed the controls.
Okay,
but it
I
hasn't
understand.
stopped
I
him.
thought there was 4 people plus the monkey
There
inside.
was 4. There was 4 on top of the building, but they were just maintaining vigil on the building. These
Okay, I
2
get it now.
escorts came up with the monkey.
Yeah, I understand. Everything's good now.
All right. Okay, cool. Everything goes smoothly. No police or corporate drones or anything latch onto our vehicle, and it's coming into the junkyard.
Wait,
What do we need to do now?
Does the monkey have an astral presence?
The monkey has a very strong astral presence.
Should we make communication with it before we land? So just to put across what's going to happen next when we land?
Well, I got a plan B if it's not cooperative, but sure, go for it.
What a coincidence. Andre does too.
Second, this ape twitches, just gonna eat like a stun baton in the back, like a face full of capsule rounds. Like,
Monkey want a banana?
I mean, it's got a lab coat on. So how does communication in the astral plane work?
I don't know.
It kind of depends whether or not he can astrally perceive.
Yeah.
Okay, because he has a strong presence. I assume he can.
Well, you could
But
try.
is
Yeah,
it just
the,
like me sending like a hello in his direction and like he hears like pretty regardless of the distance, or is it something?
What? No.
is
It-
it dual natured? Is the term? If
then
it's, yeah.
if it's dual natured, like a ghoul would be able to see you.
Flying around in the sky.
Yes.
Is it dual natured?
As long as there wasn't anything blocking. Like the helicopter would still block you. Like the doors. But if it was looking out the window, it would be able to see you.
So I can fly up to the window and just be like, "Hey."
Well, you could
Who
try,
wants
I
that
guess.
here?
Yeah, I'll try that then. I mean, we've already destroyed the spirit protecting it.
So you find yourself looking face to face with a powerful astral entity.
Actually, I think glass still blocks astral perception.
Like
Probably
thermal
does.
scopes.
You can't
Yeah.
use imaging in the astral.
No, as in like you can't see through glass with thermals.
Okay.
I don't think so,
Okay.
to my knowledge.
And I guess no like small window in the helicopter I can get into.
because it's highly processed, so it's kind of
Yeah. So you probably can't look through the window, but you can pass straight through, right?
yeah.
Oh, that was-
exactly.
Nothing stopping him from doing that.
Okay, I guess I'll pass through the wall then, the window.
All right. You find yourself looking face to face at a powerful astral entity.
Just a basic greetings, like greetings. We like your like you, the plans have changed. Like we're here to inform you. Like, what's your name?
You're kidnapping me,
I mean, you'll probably end up with better accommodations than in chains, but I'm not sure.
but you're not sure.
Okay. Well, we don't get a lot of information about these details.
But you
Yes.
do the job anyway. You don't care.
Things cost credits, and well, I mean, at least I try to do it in like a respectful manner.
And I am a commodity to you, a way to make money. My fate means nothing to you. My well-being means nothing.
I mean, I came here as like a sign of good faith, like just to show that we don't want to hurt you.
But you are kidnapping me against my will, and if I resist, then you surely hurt me then.
I mean, surely the people you work with currently keep you here against your will.
They do, and I do not wish to work for them any longer. But neither do I wish to work for whoever you work for. I wish to be free.
Well, how would you think something like that would even happen? When we land, just let you go?
I have credits. I am a wealthy man. I could arrange for you to be paid. What are they paying you?
It's 5,000 credits, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's split between us.
Say they're paying 10,000.
I have a code of honor towards like spiritual entities. Like, I don't think I can lie to one.
This isn't a spirit.
It's dual-natured.
It's magic. That doesn't make it a spirit.
No, I'll just tell it. Let's give it. They're paying us 5,000 credits.
I will double that if you set me free.
I'll be right back. And then I'll tell everyone that the creature has 10,000 credits, but it'll give us just for letting it free as soon as we land.
He holds up his manacled hands. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, then I'll leave, tell the party.
I say we finish the job. I'm not exactly one for
Hey, I'm getting
fucking
that's
over a Johnson.
10,000 is more than 5,000.
Yes,
Be smart.
but our names will be fucking slandered across everywhere.
Look.
All Johnsons will know we don't.
Hold on. Here's what we do. We finish this job. We have him hire us to extract them again.
We can. That is acceptable.
That's
Well,
ethical.
Your names won't be slandered. Only my name. They're not aware that I asked your help though, and I don't give a fuck about my name.
And there's
Well,
plenty
how
of other
about you
employees.
think?
Shade brings the target back, and then we immediately ambush the location.
I could just
Because
say,
your fate
yeah,
is
I
in
was
bag.
robbed.
Our
You know, you guys
reputation.
mugged me.
We're the corp security response team.
Let's do this shit.
Okay, sure.
Look,
If this monkey is rich,
that's
say,
the only
make
ethical way.
him offer 20,000.
We should definitely squeeze the monkey. I'm just saying.
How much money can we get?
We don't know how wealthy he is.
Shake that monkey.
So yeah, like we go through with this. We let Shade bring the monkey back, get his payment, and then we immediately just jump the location and extract the monkey a second time.
All right, sounds like we have a plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Unfortunately,
Do we let the monkey in on the plan?
No.
Yeah,
I mean, so
Okay.
he doesn't.
the way it's cooperative.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll tell the monkey the plan then.
I'm still
all
waiting for
right.
that,
It's an close
unfortunately.
negotiation.
But yeah, let's make sure he's on the up and up.
Yeah. So what do you tell the monkey the plan is?
We'll tell him we're planning to trick his current employer, and then like get the
Ah.
payment and then would like extract
You're
you a second.
the worst.
Yeah,
Worst
you
I am the
fucking
worst.
suck
ever.
at this, Fenway.
Well,
Make a
why do you
Owen
negotiation.
why
does
do you
the
make me
talking
do it?
this time.
Because
'Cause
you
you're the
wanted to play
mage.
the face mage.
It's done. It's done.
Make your negotiation roll.
I have good negotiation.
+2 for honesty.
Well, maybe. All right. The scientist appreciates you leveling it with him, and he accepts the terms of your deal, but he wants to make some clarifications. So you're going to get the 5,000 for extracting him, and then he still has to pay you 10,000 to extract him again. Is that how this works?
Yeah,
Look, I'm confused. I think that's what it is.
yeah, that's exactly what we're going
That's the
for.
plan.
All right. He agrees.
It seems unfair, but we have a reputation to preserve.
Yeah, because we want to get
He
work
is
done.
not he's not really in a position to negotiate, I suppose, and so he accepts the terms of your proposal. However, Shade, you get a message when the helicopter is halfway, so it's traveled. It's originally was supposed to travel 5 kilometers. To get to you, it's got to travel about 15. It's traveled about 7 or 8 kilometers halfway. When Shade, you get a message. It's going to be here in about 10 minutes or less. The message is the original drop site has been compromised. We need him delivered not to the laboratory, but to a new location. And they give you the location of a skyrise bank. A bank building like Citibank, but a towering, glittering skyscraper. They want you to take him to the bank. So
That's
it's a
probably
new
like the most
direction.
guarded place in the city.
They want us to take a fucking ape in manacles and a lab coat to a bank.
A bank.
That's exactly right. We're going to put him in a vault, a secure
Yeah.
place in Bangkok.
Fuck that.
I relay this to the team and say, should I just try to convince him to meet him at a dump? At the
Yeah,
dump?
just tell them a reasonable location of the deal's off.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to talk back to the employers and say, I already have a secure location that we can meet at.
All right. Make a bargaining check with +2 negotiation. You have +2 just because, this is not a good time to be changing the plan.
Do I have negotiation? I don't think I do.
You don't. It's charisma minus or charisma +1 is what you'd be
Yeah.
rolling.
That's
Yeah.
it. -1 +2, so +1.
And this would be a good opportunity for edge.
It would be, yeah, not a bad choice.
And I just switched the edge on to use it.
Yeah, you should get a +5 to your roll and exploding sixes.
That's a lot of edge. Wow.
Yep.
I've never had a character with more than one edge, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, standard priority, so long as you're not magic and you're human, you get a lot of edge.
I'm always magic and I'm never human. All right. They agree to the terms of your your location. They will be at your junkyard within 30 minutes of touchdown. They guarantee it.
When you say touchdown, that means when we touch down.
Yeah, when the helicopter lands, they'll be within 30 minutes.
Right. You got 30 minutes to prep then.
But couldn't we stage the entire thing before they get here? Just
If we're gonna
blast up the scrap heap and just leave.
But yeah, we still don't get the 5,000. So we get just the 10, and we'd ruin your Shade's name, and then
I don't mind
Aztec
my
will be
name being
fucking.
ruined.
Well, Aztec will be on your shit, on your shit list. So, or you'll be on Aztec's shit list.
Well, I mean, he didn't betray. Like, it's just a fate. Like, what happens to people who fail?
As
Fail?
technology is not a forgiving mega corporation.
Mm-mm.
They're known for trying to kill you even if you do exactly what they say.
This is getting a bit hot. Oma just
If
wants
I
to
mean,
make the trade at this point.
are we directly geeking a mega corporation here?
Not directly.
Yeah, I thought we were just working for like a subsidiary of Aztec.
Twice, once coming, once going, huh?
Let's I got an idea. We
Arctic's gone.
hand the monkey over.
Yeah.
Whatever. Basically we tag the monkey and hand it
Yeah.
over and then intercept it en route. That way there's at least some element of anonymity. Like we all clear out of here and Shay does the handover basically by himself. And then
Right.
Oh,
we
then
use
we grab him again.
anonymous crew.
Yeah,
what
we
was
could use
that?
a helicopter. This could go
So what
fucking
should I have
nuts.
asked for then? Like with the 8 then?
All right, let's talk about negotiation.
Mm.
Generally, when you negotiate, you get more than they were offering.
No one ever offers their maximum straight up.
Yeah, but you just
So
took
He's
when he
5,000.
offered
10K.
10K and you
go
got
50,
5 on a
20.
negotiation, that should be indicating that you get
Like 20,
more.
25 would be crazy. And plus,
Just
he's literally in. He
more.
can't take no for an answer at this point. He's being traded. It's either he tries to pull this deal off as hard as he can, or he gets traded anyway. So, like,
All right.
And I
you're in
suppose
the
like,
power
if we don't
position.
screw him over, we can use them as like a contact in the future.
Or if he doesn't pay us, we can sell him for parts. You know, we win either way.
All right, so everybody
Alright.
but Shade, I think, generally clear the LZ so that he's the only one they see.
I'm going to hide in case Shay needs backup.
Can anybody tell me why the fuck a helicopter is about to land in my junkyard?
Oh, yes. Yes, I can. And hold on. Yeah.
I was gonna
Searching.
sleep for this.
Searching for blood. Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh, did you use Edge?
No.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, see. I
do
thought
you
the
stab
diamond.
a guy in a
It's-
belly?
Is that where he's talking from? Sure.
Apparently not.
Right in the diaphragm.
Oh, ah! He's a bio monitor starts beeping, calling Doc Wagon. He tries to crawl away, crawl somewhere where he can survive.
Dogwagon won't pick him up if he's dead.
Oh,
There
there's no way
they
I'm
are.
going to kill him outright. I mean,
So what's
we're
that?
looking at,
Yeah.
say, we're looking at 13 physical
13
minus-
physical, fuck.
minus whatever he absorbs.
So what's your arm piercing?
3.
He's got 6 4 bodies, so he's got 10 dice to his.
Minus
Sorry,
3.
only 7. I'll roll that again. He's only 7 dice. So 1, 2, 3 successes. Yeah, that's basically going to leave him bleeding out to death. He's not dying yet, but he is gasping for his life.
Oh,
Just
on the
good.
next initiative pass, I can solve that one too.
That's the end of him. So he is dead. Someone within, quickly muffled by whoever is standing beside them. They're not approaching you. You deal with them anyway.
Can I see them?
Yeah, they're about 50 meters away.
Hold on, I got a composure test. Oh, I made it. They get to live. I'll give them shooing motions
They
of run away now.
They do just that. And the helicopter is coming into land. The only person who is obvious is Shade, and Shade directs it to the ground. The little yellow jacket lands. There are two unconscious guards in there, covered in their own vomit. You can't see much through the windscreen because it's covered in projectile vomit. And there is a large, furry, 200-kilogram primate wearing a lab coat that has pulled down his safety goggles because of the spew. He is still sitting inside the helicopter with his hands bound.
I'm gonna feed him one of my stealth tags real quick.
What's that mean?
A stealth tag is an RFID tag designed to track basically anything. They come in a couple different varieties. Like security tags are like hardened and like visible on the matrix and like resistant to EM. Stealth tags are not visible on the matrix unless you like look for them.
Okay. But
yeah,
it's a tracking device essentially.
it's a hidden tracking device.
Do you have to inject it or just clip it onto his fur?
Probably ask him to swallow it.
It's a tracking device but unlike normal tracking devices, it's not constantly transmitting. It only transmits when it receives a coded request to transmit its location.
It's like a ping request.
So if they scan him, they won't pick up that he's bugged. But if we do a ping to say, "Hey, where are you?" it'll go, "Oh yeah, I'm here."
Okay, cool.
They'll only detect it if, like, we ping it as they search.
Yeah.
Yeah, or if they go looking with a bug scanner, I think.
Right. Yeah.
What's the chance they won't do that?
They're harder to spot because they're not transmitting.
Yeah, they get a penalty.
Yeah.
So road, or was that? How do you implant it on Shade?
I say swallow this Dr. Monkey Boy and put it towards his mouth.
I am not a monkey. I am a citizen of the.
Listen, you want to be free or not, okay? You just do what I say, and we're gonna get you out of here. But you better pay up pretty good.
I shall, but I at least believe that we can maintain some modicum of respect between each other.
Sure.
Sorry,
I respect
fucking
you once you
tag.
pay me.
So who is he a citizen of?
The United Kingdom.
No, I missed it again. Never mind.
The UK.
Cool.
I'm also gonna take the guns off the guards while I'm at it too.
All right. Cool. One is a pistol. One is a carbine. I'm not exactly sure what they are. Well, we can just.
And then I'll lead the
Yeah,
monkey
220.
out to just stand in front of me, and I'll just have a gun pointed at his back.
All right.
And I'll ping everyone to say to get into position.
we're not gonna jump them at the site here. We're gonna wait until they leave with the monkey and ambush them en route so it doesn't get directly linked to us. It's also why you're the only person they're seeing.
Should I? No. Alright. I was gonna say we could make this even deeper. I could totally contact the people we stole him from after we set him free, get his money. We go over the job for those people.
How many times can we flip back and forth between between being hired to kidnap this monkey and this monkey bribing us to set him free?
No, only once. We're doing it once.
How long can we milk this cow?
Do you mean the squirrel?
You
Monkey.
can't milk those.
Is that a challenge?
He's the government. So where are we just driving to this point, or well, to the interception point while this is happening? Godfather?
Once the plan is kind of resolved, Godfather will have pulled his truck over and started trying to probably figure out what route our targets might take.
Yeah, right. Well, we know where they've come from because they're going from that casino. More than likely. Oh, sorry, the bank, more than likely. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so if they're
Right.
coming from the bank, yeah, that's where they wanted to store them, but we just said, fuck no, we're not doing the handoff there. So yeah, Arctic, can I make like a navigation roll or something like that to figure out what route these guys are most likely to use? See there?
No, I don't
Fuck.
think he is.
He made a
his
sound.
mic just lit up.
Lagging heavy, but I am here. I'm hearing most of what you hear.
Okay, cool.
Maybe I'll change the
Okay.
mobile. Can you hear me?
Yep. Currently can you hear us?
Yeah, most of the time, all of the time. Yeah, navigation check.
All right.
Yeah, cool. It's obvious.
I'm gonna edge that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. If I mean, you can still edge it if, but assuming that they come down the main road, only one of them. So presumably, yeah, you're quite certain what direction they can come. But there might be more to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna cheese that. I'm gonna roll the edge.
Yeah. Sure. But
So 6 successes.
6 is good. You've been in Bangkok long enough to know that the most important road, it's all done. The roads are just too fucking clogged with bullshit to send something important that way. So, for example, let's say you're a bank and you're going to deliver, distribute cash in the form of court script or whatever. Plane instead of an armored truck.
Okay, so we should be expecting air transport.
Potentially.
Okay. Yeah, Godfather will ping that to the team. Advisory likelihood targets will be using air transport.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
We need air support of our own. I can summon more spirits.
Yeah, me too.
That'll probably be the way to go. I mean, they're expecting this thing's astrally powerful though, so honestly, they might have some mages on hand to deal with it. Still,
I can keep them in the ulterior plane until we need them. Oh no, I can't because it's unbound. Never mind.
I mean, same plan might work twice, where we just hijack the helicopter and fly it somewhere
You
out
already
where
have
we
the
can deal with
drone.
it. Yeah, I can just put the drone under and kill the comms.
Yeah.
So
Deal
yeah,
with
as
any
long as we
spirits?
deal with any mages aboard, and yeah, we should be able to. I think this is viable.
I could maybe try and
Literally the
astrally.
same plan a second time.
I could maybe try and astrally perceive the handoff to maybe a sense while Shade's doing the trade, maybe to see if there is
Yeah.
any.
Yeah,
I'll
that's a
start
good
making my
call.
way over there.
One or two of you astrally percents see what security's going to be like.
Arctic,
I'll
is there enough room to land another helo here?
Yeah, there should be.
We should tarp this first one.
They'll know it was.
Well, then we need a second place to land the second one. Otherwise, it's going to be a little too convenient if we land them both here.
no.
Yeah, we'll just find
Arctic said
somewhere
there's
else.
room.
And, yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
but
it'd be
we
funny.
shouldn't land it here so that because then they'll know it was us.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so we should either find a second LZ or.
I don't have a second LZ. This is the one place I knew in Bangkok.
Yeah, so let's think of
I
somewhere
mean-
else.
You can't
I
just
think
pick
they're
like
gonna
the
know
top
it
of
was
any
us
car
before
park
too
and
long
just drive
anyway.
off.
Yeah, just pick the top of a car park or something.
I think they're gonna know it was us before too long anyway. I mean, they're gonna know Shade didn't do this on his own.
They'll know nothing. Shade is
Yeah,
a
I mean-
dangerous person. I'll vouch for him.
We need to kill Shade now to secure this. Or is it done?
We need to secure this contact. Sacrifices need to be made.
We've made a new private chat without Shade. All talking about the plan.
That's not.
What is there's some negative quality where it's like you have a bounty on your head, and it's like it should be high enough to tempt even the rest of the. Like we don't even have that. We're just greedy enough that we're like, I mean,
Hey guys,
Oof.
it's like I have 1 credit bounty. It's like and hands him in.
1 credit, you say?
That's
they
1
cover
credit
shipping?
more than I had before.
Anyway, yeah, you might want to look for some place to set the second helicopter down. That's convenient for you to pick up.
Yeah, we'll try to map a second site, like a parking garage with an open roof or something like that, where we could.
Actually, you don't even
a
need to do that.
helicopter.
He just wants his freedom, right?
Yeah, basically.
So, I mean, just set it down anywhere and don't unlock the doors till he pays us.
I don't think he has means to pay immediately.
Yeah, he'll probably need a comm link or something.
Give him one of the guards.
My idea was we take the knocked out guards in the other helicopter, so when we jump them, we don't necessarily kill them, but we're wearing their uniforms, and then we just knock them out, take the monkeys, so they think the other company just try to take them back.
That's right. That is brilliant. Shade is fucking brilliant. Now take what Shade did for combat tactics and apply it to negotiation and face shit.
Shit, they could.
Look, this is gonna be a very well earned 15 grand. Okay, assuming this monkey doesn't fucking stiff us. I swear to God, if we get
If this
stiffed by
monkey
this
turns out to be
monkey,
Turbo Bunny, I can't get my payment the other way.
we're gonna fucking go ape shit on him.
All right. So we need to get there and steal the guards' uniforms, get rid of the fucking bodies, and then we jump them in the uniform. After the trade off.
Actually,
while
what
they're leaving.
a good thing to be would just be to shoot the fuck out of these guards and make it look like they died fighting off the pickup party.
the guards that are knocked out in the first helicopter.
Yes.
Yeah, shoot them with Shade's bullets, so it looks like Shade did it.
No.
Or what pickup?
Like, if we're gonna do this plan the second time, right?
We have 6
Hmm.
minutes to do whatever plan it is.
You make the two guards look like they fucking shoot. Like, when we get done with the second one, we shoot the two guards with each other's guns to make it look like.
Yeah, right. Okay, stage a fort. Fine. Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's
Why
do it.
would they have fought each other? Just when they were trying to retrieve them?
We'll shoot more bullets up to make it seem like they were shot with different guns.
Yeah. No.
diff-
Yeah. Like a second extraction team came to reclaim him, and that explains
Why it's the
how
same
he
guy.
got away.
This
Then
definitely
it's gonna be
needs. Shade definitely needs to die for this plan. Like, there's.
We're
No,
too deep.
it'll look like Shade did his job, and the people Shade works for got jumped by the Aztec company, and
Oh, yeah.
4 people are left dead on the ground at the second location.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, I get what you're going for. We
Oh,
sorry.
we killed these two guys and dumped their bodies at
So it looks
the
like the original guy
site where
sent
we
more
ambush
people.
Aztec. Yeah, okay, I get you.
All right,
So-
well,
Sounds
you're
viable.
running out of time, so is this the plan we go with?
I'm going to
Yeah,
clean
this is it.
the.
This is it. We're doing it.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
I'm gonna clean the helicopter windows of the projectile vomit for 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump out of my body while still in Daddy's car and start making my way thought speed to the site so I can get a visual on a sensing when they arrive.
All right. Okay.
You're gonna shoot them now?
Yeah, we're going to once we get the money, we fucking drop them, and we
No, that
stage
is-
it. We are doing that, and then we're staging it as if they fought.
Are we doing it here or are we intercepting them?
Yeah, no, do it here.
Here,
That's
yeah,
a way better
Okay.
idea.
yeah, we're staging it
Okay.
here after we kill them. As soon as we get the money, and then we leave.
All right, fair enough.
Is there any kind of parachute or anything in this helicopter, Arctic?
Did we lose him again?
Or maybe he might be doing that DM frustration thing.
He's trying
Well,
to
what
now
do I
go
do
over his
now?
notes and things. Like, fuck, how do I fix this?
Fuck!
This
This was supposed to be a
off the
milk
rails.
run.
This
Yeah,
was supposed
literally,
to be.
this was Shade just like, hey, can I make some extra cash? I need
He
to
had
make
plans and shit he was gonna
You
do
know
for
what?
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
we're
did it
supposed to
take
get
us
started
6
on the
months?
first job.
It'll be the opposite of the XYZ, where we're jumping to tier 3 missions way too soon. This one, it'll be like, why did it take 6 months to even get
To
into the
get
jungle?
to Cambodia.
Yeah. I still haven't even done my shit that I wanted to do break yet.
What did you want to do?
Oh, well, I need to buy some batteries for Ricochet for his railgun. I need to go
I don't know
visit.
if I can afford them anymore.
Oh, well, after this job, we might be able to, depending on how much we get.
Alright, what's the
He's
skill
totally
to fly a helicopter?
Pilot aircraft.
Yeah.
Can you default in that?
Probably not.
I mean, we could just do the autopilot again, can't we?
If it has, or yeah, it should technically be able to fly itself, kind of.
Yeah.
It would have like 6 dice to it.
And
I'm doing
if
it.
if Daddy sets a course, we can just fucking jump in, right? Dude,
Uh,
even if there's no one in there.
told
If I
us
set the
4.
course, it would still be
Yeah, but at least we'll have a set course then. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. A good way to think about autopilot is they call it a dog brain, because roughly speaking, that's how smart it is.
I'm good with dogs.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So like a dog could probably make its way across a city, but maybe not if it was a helicopter, you know?
Mm,
We're gonna find
Like-
out.
it doesn't have a sense of, that's a building. Don't fucking fly into it.
Well, it does. It does. It has like, collision, detection, all that shit. But
He's back. He's
like
back.
if somebody starts shooting at it,
That was exactly 6 minutes, to be honest. So, all right, they are here. They are arriving. No, but before that happens, Andre, you've cleaned the vomit, you've hidden. Omen's got his spirit. He's there in the astral. Shade has well and truly been trigger finger ready for a long time. Anything else? Oh, fuck! Did tell me you heard that?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
We
did.
did.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
I was just waiting for someone to say something they wanted to do. But I think we're all
Yeah.
ready.
yeah, Godfather will detach his drone from the chopper and kind of position it near the entrance to the junkyard.
All right. Well, bad news. The news isn't bad because there's astral spirits. There's not. There's not even a great deal of security, though there are 2 rotor drones. The bad news is that this is an armored bank vehicle, HSBC Bank. So they've actually sent a bank armored vehicle to come and pick this guy up. It'll be
I have
here
an
within
answer for
moments.
that.
All right.
I'm going to reach into my pack and take out a spray can and a blasting cap.
Good.
Gonna fucking blow the truck. I love it. This just out of nowhere turned into heat.
Was did I get a chance to assess if there was any magically adept people in the group?
There's no sign of any magic, and you can make an sensing check, but there's nothing obvious like a spirit.
Okay, I want to see if there's any mages per se, more mages than anything.
You can't be certain, but you don't think so.
Cool. Okay, that's good enough for me. I'll before anything starts, I quickly jump back out and just wait in the truck watching video feeds.
I will relay to Shade to not let the monkey go until you see my signal.
Roger.
So just to clarify, are we going to let them leave and then retrieve
Definitely
the monkey,
not.
or are we gonna start the fight here and pretend we got ambushed during the handover?
Second
Remember,
one.
there's no we. It's Shade got ambushed.
Yep.
You can shoot me to make it realistic too if you want.
Oh,
I'm
don't.
bulletproof,
Aim
so it's
shot
okay.
head.
There's bulletproof, and there's bulletproof.
Well, I guess we'll consider this a field test of Shade's armor.
Yeah, no, I can heal him anyway.
Well, I mean,
I like where this is going. You are some confident bastards. Let's do this.
Okay, the armored truck is about to land. The armored plane. The armored, it's shaped like a shuttle. You guys know what shuttles are, right? It's like a little NASA shuttle that flies down, heavily armored, and prepares to land. What happens?
I will get ready to sneak to the rear of it after it lands.
All right, there's plenty of cover, so you get into position. They land. They open the rear door because the nose is directly open is the opposite, like a big, I think, Hercules plane. Anyway, it opens up from the back. got masks, they've got guns. Now, the third on the still up in the plane itself, in the guts of the plane, and it communicates with shade. Is this the?
He said what? I'm sorry, your mic was breaking up.
Yeah, quite a bit. I find when I'm having connection issues, muting Groovy can help quite a bit.
Yeah, look, we've got 5 minutes left.
Okay.
It's much bigger than that. I'll get rid of Groovy.
I nod and say this is the target, but where's the money?
Yeah, all right. Roll down a great stick, rolls down the platform and the ramp. Like on the undercarriage or something, Andre? Yep, cool, no worries. Make a stealth roll, and then make an explosive check to plant them. Yeah, you're invisible. The correct. Can anyone hear me?
We
Can
heard
now.
that.
Mm-hmm.
The cred stick rolls to your feet, Shay. What do you do?
Make sure it's good, the right amount, and then I kind of just like push the ape towards towards them, like I'm gonna hand them off to them.
All right.
And then I'm just waiting at this point to see what else what the rest of the group does.
I will run away, and 3 seconds later, there should be a large explosion.
An earth-shattering explosion.
As the explosion goes off, in the chaos, the giant primate tries to make a run for it and jump just away. And we will roll for initiative next week when we start the game. But it begins with our target springing away, supernatural agility and power as the explosion tears apart the underside of this armored shuttle.
So it
Still
gets,
got that fucker manacled, right?
and
Still manacled. He's
did
just
he
running.
swallow the chip?
Yeah, he saw the chip.
We got his ass.
I was just about to send a fucking spirit of man, and the only directive I was gonna give it was bring him back.
That can be your next. You can do that next week.
Be creative.
He seems like a monkey of his word, though.
Spank the monkey.
Well, anyway,
That was a
interesting.
a way to solve a relatively simple issue. So fantastic.
I think I'm getting it now. Get a
Yeah.
simple job, overcomplicate it for no reason.
That's
That's
Shadowrun.
exactly how this game works.
So everyone,
Yeah.
say goodbye to the internet people for this week.
Yeah.
If this monkey pays off, we will have tripled the payday.
Okay, goodbye.
Right, you know.
See everybody.
Yeah.
If
If it's
not-
kind of bad, yeah. See ya.